Hey, what is up, guys? Hope you're all doing well. It's a Shudo podcast. What episode, bro? Because I always forget episodes. 26, yeah?
26.
26.
How did they let us get 26 episodes? I
don't know, bro.
I thought we'd been canceled by now. Wait, they can't cancel us. We do this.
Yo, bro, we had been called. I'm gonna say the last guest we got a really special guest today, amazing guest today. But the last guest we had was a young sneakerhead. That was your nephew, not blood related nephew, but your nephew.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm shout out to the bro, Kevin, wasn't it Kevin? Yeah. Kevin. And I'm gonna say, bro, like the what he's talking about. He's gonna make a amazing sneakerhead. Like he's got some maturity on his head, bro. Like he's not even capping hype wise. Yeah, I'm still recollecting that episode in my head. 19, not for a 19-year-old. He's acting like us, bro. I'm like, what?
Right, sounding like us. You can act like something, but it's kind of hard to sound like something. It's hard to sound like you know what you're talking about to people that know what they're talking about. So
exactly. But yeah. So how's your week been anyway, bro?
It's been good, bro. Real smooth week. W coming in, delayed W coming in. I just had a great week, bro. Went out with my wife over the weekend, 2 days in a row, which was great. So I'm on a high note right now, bro. I'm just riding a high note.
Oh, I no sneaker pickups for both of us, I think, because at the moment it's July time. It's July time.
I got something to show, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that.
All right, cool. But like, shall we introduce our guest, because I think we left him hanging for like 2 minutes. 2 minutes is too long for this. Okay, cool. So today's guest is probably one of the OGs. I look up to this to the bro. I massively have so much respect for him, and to me, he's probably one of the people that's influenced my choices over the last 6 to 8 months.
We know that.
but without further ado, it's the bro. It is the bro that makes it all come together, and I love everything that he does. And it's the bro, Mr. Miller, is our guest today. So round of applause for Mr. Miller.
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
We're good, bro.
Good, man. Listen, let me just say this, right? When I met TJ, he would say this name, Mr. Miller, and I'm like, who the hell is Mr. Miller?
You need to know Mr. Miller, bro.
No, so I search Mr. Miller. And the only Mr. Miller I see is Mr. Miller, Mr. Miller 1. And I'm thinking, it's gonna be some sneaker name. Like I'm 808 Kicks. TJ got Love Kicks Custom. Like we got our sneaker names, and I'm like, shoes. Oh shit, wall of shoes. Okay. Lives popping up. Let's see what he's talking about. And I'm like, why don't I know this guy? That's just me personally. I'm like, because and I don't want to call them names, but you got your influencers, and they do the same things. Maybe they put a little bit more out there, or maybe they pop in for other reasons. I don't know, but I'm like, this Mr. Miller guy should be. I just felt like you should have been on my radar quicker than you were, and I'm that's another thing I have to appreciate about my relationship with TJ is that I was introduced to you and your brand of content because it's so pure, even when I don't agree with something that you said, and that's rare, because with the internet we can find what we want to hear.
Yes,
and it's not always a good thing. Is that? Are you aware of that? Like, do you? I'm not asking you if you clickbait, so to speak. But are you aware of your opinions when you get ready to put them out?
I think about a lot of stuff when I create content or when I do my show. I think about sneakers 24/7. I think we all do. We're always constantly looking. It feels odd when we go through weeks or a week and we don't have to look for UPS or whatever carrier you got something delivered. We're not looking. You know how we periodically look and see where if it's moving. I've had when you have periods of time where you're not looking for anything, you're still searching, you're still negotiating. I think about the game a lot. So during times I just write down stuff. When I do think about what I'm going to say, it's thought about in layers. It's not thought about in the hype or the attention getting or clickbait. I don't look for. I give my opinion based off just my history I've been in and how long I've been in the game, what I've absorbed from this new wave of sneakerheads that we have, and a bit of a hybrid. And I just I always want to meet in the middle because I came from before when I was on the app and I was getting into it and this new wave came in, I was the grumpy old man, like, get off my lawn. Don't change the game. You're not supposed to put those laces in there. No, hell no. You're supposed to take the box until it's destroyed the shoe. You don't use plastic box. I was the old guy. I was the old head that was that like don't talk to old man Miller. He gonna complain about how it was the golden age and all this other stuff. So I was like that, but I had to dial myself back and absorb and learn. So I've learned a lot from a lot of the young ones, and that made me soften my hard ass opinion so I try to be 50-50 and fair. But I don't say anything for clickbait. I say what I feel. I can be swayed. I can take constructive criticism. And I think that's what makes me a little bit different is that I'm open to listening and talking to people in my DM, which a lot of people, some other creators, which won't be named, they'll say stuff and just walk away. They'll just throw a grenade in the middle of the building and just walk off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help with the casualties. I'm gonna make sure it was my bomb. I'm gonna help. So that's just the biggest difference between me.
So what you're saying is you're a shoe dog.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. I thought it was a good thing, and I love the name because that's the first thing I thought about when I saw the name. I was like, that's Phil Knight. So
you mentioned something, bro, just a second ago. You said you think about sneakers 24/7. So in the facts are men think about 6-7 probably about every 7 seconds. How often do you think a shoe dog thinks about sneakers? in relation
I'm thinking
to
about
that?
sneakers now. Look, before I got if I open up my iPad, I probably got 3 sneakers I'm looking for.
Yo.
No shit, bro. Like we all 3 of us sitting in a room full of sneakers thinking about more.
Yeah.
Yo. We're thinking about sneakers tomorrow. We're thinking about sneakers that are coming out in November, and we're thinking about sneakers that are coming out in 2023. Yeah. and that's the realest of it. Because like,
I've told people this. I mean, I've been upfront. Like, I'm retiring soon. Like, I'm getting out this game.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm on my way to retirement. So I'm trying to get the most out of this last leg. So I'm trying to get the most out of it. Like when it's a different vibe. I gave y'all the OG. I'm in the OG room. So when I get down here, I want to start searching for old stuff. Like I want to start searching for stuff I need to re-up. But when I'm upstairs in my vault, like I'm thinking about all the hot shit like coming. So I'm in 2 different vibes.
So you see, I ain't there, bro. Like no. you talking 2 room shit. Like I don't know from that life. You know, I know from this pair. I left that pair downstairs, or I got a couple pairs in the car, or you know, stuff like that. You know, but 2 rooms, dog.
I've got 2.5 rooms right now, an attic. It's just I just have a lot of shoes I've been collecting for over 25 years, damn near. Right. So I just been collecting for so long. And even when I took a 5-year hiatus, you know, I still was looking at the game. Like when I retire, I don't mean like I'm gonna stop buying shoes or anything. It's just not gonna. I'm not gonna be. I gotta have it because right now I can look at stuff right now in my being is I can look at a shoe and be like I can tell off the rip I don't want it. I don't want it. Like when that new Jordan 2023, I was like nope. But the old me, when I wasn't thinking about retiring, would be like I think I can make that work. I like that. That's gonna, you know, that's just gonna pop. That's gonna be a shoe in 5 years. People are gonna be like, damn, I missed it. I was like that. I'm not like that no more.
You just made a half truth. You can make it work. We can all make it work.
Yeah. We can all make it.
Are you willing to? You know what I'm saying? I see.
I'm just committed. I see
sneakers all the time, bro. And I done bought some of the stuff. Like I got a stack over there right now that I know I'm not gonna wear. But when it came, I'm like, yeah, I need that. I'm gonna do this and that with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, bro.
And it's 2 years later, and I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna do nothing.
I don't think you're gonna retire, bro. You're gonna contract yourself out and come back in as a contractor, bro.
I see it. Man,
yeah, we're gonna hire you. We're gonna hire you. I'm gonna have HR draw some paperwork before the podcast over.
Here's why I say that. It's because I have a. It seems like shoes are a drug.
Yeah.
So we're all addicted to what it brings, how it makes us feel, the memories it sparks. These are things that come with shoes. You built friends with shoes. You built relationships with shoes, and I'm fine with that. That piece will never go away. But when I look back at my collection, and I'm already over right at 400 pairs of shoes. So at this point, it's just like, how much do you need? You know?
Yeah.
So now I become methodical and surgical with what I want, especially picking up old and new stuff. So now the desire that I had like you were saying, I got these shoes in the corner. I need that. I don't have that no more. That part of my lineage is gone. The part of constantly having 30 pairs of shoes in StockX, Go, eBay, I'm down to like 6.
Yeah.
I don't desire too much because I've either touched it or got as close as I can.
Yeah. Certain stuff, man, you gotta let it go. Like I'm getting to that point right now, and I only been doing this from a collector standpoint since 2018.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here thinking about 25 years.
Yeah.
Like the changes that you've seen in design, in release processes, in the culture in general, and especially in resale. I can only imagine how you feel about resale.
When did you
where it was?
When did you realize that when did you actually realize that hype was coming in and resale? I kind of got the gist of where I think it is, but I want to get your opinion, bro. Like when you were sitting there and you realized, oh damn, it's changed. Like I can see the wind's changing.
I want to say about 8 years ago. About 8 years ago, it shifted to where it was just like, who are these guys? It wasn't a relationship style transaction. You know, taking it back, you know, you used to have a respect for people. Like, yo, you really need these shoes? That's cool.
Yeah.
There was a respect for that. There was a mutual respect. We saw some signs of goodness in you. It helped. But about 8 years ago, it became bully ball. And it was just like, I don't give a damn. I need this money. And then it's just spidered into so many different other things.
And the reason why I say that is exactly the same thing I thought, and I actually think myself of why it started. So it's 8 years ago, brings it to maybe 2014, 2015, right?
Internet.
The internet. But
internet has a big part of it.
Yeah, we started to see a shift in like just the culture and the mood of the culture. The culture was always going to evolve when selling, but it was just the mood, the vibe, the aura had changed us to. It wasn't personal anymore. It was I need my
pop.
money.
It became pop.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
And then I think what I always say and think is, once in March 2015, once StockX became official, it lit the fire, and that actually lit the fire to where it is at the moment. That's my total belief.
Yeah, StockX changed the game because it was now we had a wider spread. They had commitments from high end boutiques and resellers and all these other people. They just took eBay's model and gave it a freaking facelift, a new bank account, and a new friends to look at, new friends to hang around. That's all they did.
And then I think what they actually introduced and what eBay didn't actually introduce at that time was authentication, making sure your pairs are legit. Because a lot of pairs through eBay, you never knew if it were legit. You have to do your own checks and stuff like that. And then make it cool. And then even the name StockX is like, yo, let's treat this item as a stock item rather than a luxury item that people get for their hobbies. It took a hobby into the professional leagues of trading. Literally.
No, the whole system that StockX implemented was supposed to resemble the stock market, right? You had, you got your Robin Hoods and your E-traders and all that they wanted to, and it was a good idea. Don't get me wrong. The execution,
that was the biggest thing, is just stocks. They gave you the data, so and that was the biggest thing that is still to this day when you think about what information you can get. There's nobody that's touched them in the data. The data-driven part, the analytics part of the buying sneakers, and I think a lot of people, if they had invested some time into, because I tell people, like, you try to read trends in markets, and this is how you kind of gauge it. If you're going to StockX and you're seeing the highest bid price, you're already using StockX wrong. I mean,
okay. So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you think StockX is leading the culture, or the culture is leading StockX when it comes to, I guess, prognostication? I guess is the best word to use, because we all guessing, right? I like shoes. I got the Rebellionaire, the Visionaire, the Zion 2, like these recent pickups. The Midnight Navy. I don't care what the StockX number is.
Yeah,
I like the shoe, so I'm gonna buy the shoe. I've always been that way, for the most part. I have fallen victim to hype a couple times. I'm gonna say that.
Don't apologize for that.
No. I'm not apologizing for it. I'm admitting to it.
Yeah,
I'm forgiving. I'm gonna forgive myself. You know what I'm saying? those are shoe dog attributes, right? Like sometimes you get sucked in. Sometimes it works out for you. Sometimes it don't. But when I say is StockX leading the culture, or is it the other way around?
Well, we're not in charge of the culture. I mean, we're definitely not in charge of the culture when it comes to think about it, because the wrong people are leading the culture, I believe. That's a whole nother conversation. I just think that the wrong people are in place, the same people are in place, and they don't want to usher in the new guard. But do I think StockX is leading it? I don't think it's leading it, but they are bringing some gasoline to the fire. I think it's an incumbence of a lot of other things. Do I put a percentage on StockX? No. Now their percentage is a little bit higher, in my personal opinion, because they've started to take on this new persona that I think is going to be very costly for them. They're trying to spare the rumors, but not fixing anything. They're not even fixing anything.
Oh, I was going to mention that to you, bro. Like recently, like there's a lot of downturn on resale at the moment. Like in terms of like a lot of in the UK, in the Europe, a lot of pairs are sitting. A lot of pairs that I picked up are sitting. And to be honest, I don't really care if sneakers sit or sell out. For me, it's like the actual quality, the actual history, and then all the vibe of the sneaker that actually brings me to the sneaker anyway. But like we've seen a plethora of sneakers actually sit at the moment, and I'm thinking like, all right, cool, a lot, and I'm thinking, all right, cool, that's fine.
I mean, that Midnight Navy Sixes are sitting. I was shocked. I was like, oh, this is the second time we've seen this.
But see, you know from knowing TJ, bro, we get updates all the time about this sitting, that sitting, this on sale. And it's like, nah, for the past however many years, we don't see that.
No.
Every now, maybe 3 retros a year.
You're 1,000. I mean, you're 1,000% right. I have a service with Soul Savvy, so I get a lot.
Me too.
Yeah. So look at all these alerts we've been getting for the past couple of months.
Bro, I turned them off throughout the week.
I
only get them on the weekend.
Yo, I'm shout out to Soul Savvy because I did reach out to them because I when they were coming through last year or year before.
Bro.
I asked them, when are you going to bring this service to the UK? Because I love our UK Europe, and I'm still waiting for them to bring that to here because I think that's an amazing service that they provide. The whole I did the research. I looked through the videos. I kind of bought into what they were bringing in. I was like, yo, but I just need this for the UK. I just need this here.
Let me go full circle for a minute on Soul Savvy. This a whole sidebar. I ain't never talked about them before, because I'm not trying to appear like I'm chasing clout.
Yeah.
And that's just my personal opinion. Maybe it'll look like that, maybe it won't. But I've been paying $30 a month since October 2020. And it was because of the PSG 4. I was not getting any information on that shoe. The release came. I took an L, and it was $450. And I don't participate in the resale market on a regular basis. That just happened to be a shoe that I felt like I'm not going to pay $400 for it. But if it restocked, because when it dropped, this is in the middle of the pandemic sneaker game, and we getting restocks on a regular basis, daily. I ain't getting nothing on Soul Links at all. J23, nothing. And I don't
know what's going on with them too. The Soul Links and J23 have been.
They've been a little laggy.
They're laggy.
A little laggy. So I get a commercial because I'm a fucking YouTube fiend, right? Like I don't watch TV. YouTube is my TV. I get a commercial, Soul Savvy. Another video, commercial, Soul Savvy. Another bit, because you know how algorithm works. I buy a lot of shoes. I look at a lot of sneaker websites. So now I get sneaker commercials. I said, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. Now, check this out, TJ. Mr. Miller know what I'm talking about. So you have to apply to join. You have to apply
or get somebody to sponsor you.
Or get somebody to vouch for you, right?
Yep.
So I do the little application. It's nothing major, but they want to hear from you. Why do you want to join Soul Savvy? What's your purpose? Do you resell? Pretty much they're trying to figure out if you're a reseller and you want these shoes to flip them, or you putting these motherfuckers on your feet, which I appreciate it. Go through the quick little process, get an email back within like 10, 15 minutes, bro. I can't remember exactly what was said in the email on their side. I said, I'm a YouTuber. I live in Atlanta. It's hard to get sneakers here. And for my content purposes and for my foot purposes, I want to join so I can be able to have more access. 2 minutes later, reply, join. Like they sat it on my lap. I hit one sneaker because of Soul Savvy since then. The Jordan 4 Sashiko. Because it wasn't a US release.
Yeah.
I didn't know about In Clothing and Foot District and Offspring and BST. I didn't know about none of these places, bro.
Now you do, bro. Now you do, bro.
Listen,
he didn't know how to Euro step, DJ. He didn't know how to Euro step.
Listen,
now he knows. Trust me, he knows.
even stores in the US. And I like I said, I know you can speak to this. You've been in the game a lot longer than I have. And I've always taken a traditional approach to everything, to get my knowledge, to learning how to cop and everything, meeting people and all that shit. Because I ain't got time for no, bro. I'm 40 years old. Like I ain't come here to play with nobody. I can't even get my shoes. So Soul Savvy the community part of it, I can't, like, I ain't that involved. But information wise, the shit, bro. I can't bring myself to cancel my subscription, even though I don't cop much. And then they member store, bro, a restock. They got it in the member store, retail,
for retail,
bro. Yeezys, not everything.
Then you can go to the Slack channel and go for retail and below. You can find some gems.
That's what I was talking about. That Slack, bro. When you get on that Slack and you put the monitors on, dog, your phone is never not thinking. Like, bing, bing.
Well, I definitely do. I mean, I definitely do think, big shout out to Soul Savvy. I know we did a sidebar on that one, but I just think that the game shifted when it comes to, StockX has been it was just a conduit to get into an end. That's all it was. And I hate it. But yeah, I mean, I hate it. And they're guilty of, we'll get to this part because I know y'all like to. They're guilty of not sitting their ass, getting somewhere and sit down. That's what
StockX. For StockX, you get a red sneaker from Mr. Miller himself.
Listen, I got my beats with them because I just really think I got some stuff to say about them. Because I really think some people just need to. This is sometimes the arrogance can get you in trouble. Arrogance and entitlement can get you in trouble, and they're about to learn.
It's so apparent. Yeah, it's so arrogant.
So for in terms of stock, in terms of the whole market at this moment in time, as we've seen, I do feel it's starting to shift. It's starting to shift back slightly, but I get the feeling that with StockX, they've lost was it 12%? No, they lost 12% staff last year and 8% this year.
Right.
And for me, it feels like there's definitely a downturn in resale, and it feels like at this moment in time, the resale market's bottomed out for anything that's not a collaboration or anything hype. But then when we look at collaborations and hype anyway, it feels like it is oversaturated because it feels like at this moment in time, Union Cortez are sitting, Mason Shatter Rogue Jordan 2s are sitting, in the UK, and there's full size runs. So it feels like, yes, even collaborations at this point, unless it's special, it's not going to sell out. So they don't. Go on.
Let me ask you a question on that, because I think we had a really good discussion. Is it sitting, or did they make a good quantity amount?
And that's another thing.
I think that's a really good conversation.
Yeah. I think in terms of a mass stock, but I think it has for me it has a knock-on effect as well, because if it's limited and it's a collaboration and everybody wants it, I think it will definitely sell out. Like anything Travis Scott 1 and 4 will sell out. If it's a collaboration and it's not limited, and it's not something that everybody really hypes on, like these Cortezes or these Mason Shatter Rogues, or even the Sakai collaborations that we're getting. They might be a mass stock, but I don't think they're overly produced. I just feel like there might not be hype on them, and people are like, all right, cool, this is just a collaboration.
Having a spice.
It's a two. It's a two, exactly. Bro. And look, I love twos generically. Like it ain't no. I love the Chicago 2, right? So based on my love for the Chicago 2, it's gonna be a bunch of twos that I like, and I've been saying this more recently. It's not always true, but for the most part, we expect and we receive great quality from. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And it's yellow. Ain't nothing wrong with the yellow too. That's a classic right now. That's a grail for me. That's a grail for me. You know what I'm saying? Not a grail in the sense that I ain't willing to pay. Well, I'm not willing to pay resale for it, but
they just waiting to crumble.
When they come out this year, I gotta have them.
Oh yeah.
You know but it's hype. I think hype has pushed collabs into a space where it's pop now.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this, and I truly believe this with everything, all my essence, right? That the whole collaboration thing, that came from Yeezy. That for me, Yeezy's not had a collaboration. Yeezy, what Kanye did with Yeezys when he started pushing them 350s, and when that whole thing when Yeezy at the end of the year, was it 2017 or something like that? He goes, "I just jumped over Jumpman."
Right.
That changed the situation. That changed the ballpark, and I think Jordan was like, "We need to do something here. We really need to do something here." Because and this is why since then, 2018, 2019, you've seen all of this stuff, collaboration to collaboration to collaboration, bro. That's just to basically make sure Yeezy don't jump over them again. New Balance is coming up as well, so this is their methodology of keeping ahead of the rivals. I truly believe that.
I never thought that Yeezy jumped over the Jumpman. I just thought that he. I just think I think he was the first person to grab his attention.
Hey, yo,
he jumped over like, money wise. When I checked the receipt, they ain't jump over nothing. Now,
yo,
if you want to say he made Jordan do what you just said off the fact that he was like, damn. This dude was in my lane. He took a couple market shares. Yeah. But he ain't never jumped over no Jumpman.
But I think the statement would because it's mass hysteria and everybody kind of in the media is like, "Yo, this is happening. Look, Yeezys are so relevant."
Slides.
Q don't like Yeezy, bro.
I'm in all black.
but the whole from that whole perspective, like we're talking about when zebras were like what $1,900.
Oh yeah, I bought the first zebras. I bought the first zebra. I had the first zebras, the turtle doves, the pirate black. I had them all, and I that's what I hated about that was Yeezy did what he said he was gonna do. He was gonna make his shoes available. When I bought that zebra, I paid $1,600 for that bitch.
Sheesh.
What?
Sheesh.
Paid 16. That was supposed to be a one run. That zebra was supposed to be limited in a one run. And then 4 months into the shoe, they saw the demand and they re-released them. So I hate it. Anytime I see a zebra, I get sick.
You still got that shoe?
I don't have any Yeezys in my collection.
Good man.
except for just phone, because I work from home, so I'm in slides all day. Other than that, I don't. I got rid of all my. I had about 18 pairs of Yeezys. I don't have any more. That were like
good.
I just good. He said some things I didn't totally agree with, and it kind of like
I think us over here at Nike, because I'm officially unofficial Nike employee. So
unofficially official.
I have full non-disclosure on all background information, so I can make all the allegations I want. So us over here at Nike, we appreciate you staying on the Jedi side. Not going over to the SIP side.
I'm a Nike whore. I mean, I was just rearranging shoes before I got on. I got some new ones in and making space for a couple new ones I'm gonna add.
What did you go out? Did you go out this weekend? Any point this week? What you had on feet?
I didn't go out yesterday. I was with my boys all day yesterday. My wife did. My wife rocked the Jordan 2s, the Chanel Abney joints, the green ones, the green lows. She rocked those and she killed the shot. Yo, big shout out to her. That's a beautiful shoe. I will be getting that. Shoe.
Yeah.
I wasn't particularly. I didn't like the highs, but that green low is perfect. Listen, is perfect.
This is not my size.
Oh, it's not?
So my wife went in for me. I didn't go in for him. And her sneakers is automatically US 11 because I'm a US 11. And she didn't realize the W was there.
Shoe. So it's a 9.
Bro. Bro, I gotta do this. This hang tag, dog.
Oh, bro, that's dope.
This is metal. This is metal.
Yo, that's the dog tag, bro. 100%.
It's beautifully crafted. I mean, just to perfection.
It's ridiculous, dog.
I love the shoe. It can help me retire my Forest Green 14s. I can retire those.
Bro, and I want to put my foot in this so bad.
Yeah.
But it's got to go back. We going my wife
resale not bad on resale is
nah, they got
bad. Because I'm gonna get me a 11.
I'm gonna let my wife take him back to Nike, bro.
Q don't do resale at all. He doesn't like touching resale at all, bro. At all. It will be a special day. It will be a special day in hell when he touches resale at all.
That's 240. That's 240 back in the account. You know, we both got cars, so
yeah.
You know, car and shit like that. You know, but that's a beautiful sneaker, man.
I agree.
You wanted to talk about?
Friday, I had on the bleached coral Jordan 1 lows. The new.
They're dope. They're dope. They're 100% dope. I got them for E the other day. They are really good in hand.
I wanted the Mystics, but I couldn't get them.
What Mystic Navy? If you want a pair, bro, they're sitting here. I can just go and grab you.
No. We good.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of because I'm thinking about getting that painted and putting that Spike Lee joint on there.
Ooh, that look good.
He did that high and that blue slightly different, but I was like, the quality is nice on that Mystic. I said, man, put that little Spike Lee joint on there. Paint the blue a little bit to get it that right shade. You'd have a.
Wait, so you customize too?
No, God, no. Hell no.
That is attention. That is literally like
I got friends.
You have to have attention.
I got two cooking right now that we working out prices and schemes and customization. I got two.
Y'all make sure y'all follow Mr. Miller, man, for sure. If y'all don't already, y'all should. I finally unds my pollens.
Ooh,
I was on the fence about them once I saw the taxis or the yellow toe.
Yeah.
I said fuck it because I bought a shirt for it and I loved my Transformer shirt. Y'all don't know nothing about that.
That Bumblebee.
Y'all know no. Now I got to have a moment.
Yo, those taxi ones look juicy. I'm not even joking. The quality on them looks banging.
You know something? And then I got those Iowa Dunks.
Yeah,
I got the Iowa Dunks too. And my wife was like, "Why you have two of the same shoe?" And I was like, "These ain't the same shoe."
They not.
Yo, I get the same thing. I'll get the same thing with my missus.
Oh, I can't. What is that?
Transformers, bro. So that's the ship. That's the Transformer ship.
Is that when they went back to what was the name of it?
Cybertron.
Okay.
And that's Galvatron at the top, about to eat the planet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, it's
wow. Where'd you get that? That's dope.
I'll tell you off camera.
Bro, that's first class gatekeeping there, bro.
Hey, I'll tell you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna wear it too. Put it on my head, bro.
Yellow card. Yeah, that's a yellow card for you, bro. That's a yellow card for you. So you wanted to deep dive into Jordan 2s as well because you had a couple of questions for the bro.
No, also I had to break these out. I wanted to show some the real Jordan 11 low, the IE.
Yeah, the IE,
not the patent leather low. So just love for these, man. And we got the white. We got a white on white coming. There's another pair of IEs coming supposedly next year. I'm all over that. But 2s, bro. So we in the middle of the 2 wave.
Yeah.
I'm a 2 guy. I got in the game after the last 2 wave. So the first 2 that I picked up was the Black History 2, and I love that shoe to death. I got the I'm on my year 2s. I got gypped on the Mason Chateau 2s. I ordered them. Order got canceled. No tray. No, none. Shout out to No Tray. Where you at? Where you at with 2s in general, as far as the bad rap they get in the culture?
Well, right now, my honest opinion about 2s, 2s, I've always come from a line that certain numbers of Jordans are you should have the essential pairs. When I say by essential pairs, meaning that you have the core. Like if you look at a Jordan 1, Bread, Chicago, Black Toe, those are like essential pairs.
Right.
Those are just like the essential core pairs of, and if you go to a Jordan 4, Cement, Black Cement, Fire Red, it's these are essential pairs.
Right.
So I kind of always felt like Jews were an essential, but their essentials was it didn't go past 2. Like it literally didn't go past 2. If you, besides the 2 wave that we have right now, name the two of the dopest 2s that ever been out. That it could be an essential pair. Well, for the first one is Chicago. Chicago was just an
100%.
essential pair.
100%,
Jordan didn't
100%.
wear a black version of it. Of course, they tried to sell us on that black. If you remember, they tried to sell us on it, and we were like, "Nah, we didn't."
I'm good.
We're not jumping on that one.
We're good.
They've also tried to do their best job with the 2 because look, there's only been, if you look at it, 2s have some of the least amount of quantity silhouettes than any Jordan for a reason, because he didn't play in that thing long.
Yeah.
So the Jordan 2s have an acquired taste, but I do think it's essential. The number 1 shoe in the number 2 in a 2 is the Chicago. The next one,
I'm high and low 1 and 2, Chicago.
High.
I got the high at 1 and the low at 2. As far as
the high is 1. The highest will always be 1. I would do the 2 as the 2 low. What you just said, I would consider that 1A and 1B. I consider that. Okay. Yeah, I would. I don't want to take up a spot when they because some people feel that the lows look better and they Jordan played in them. We saw that, so it can be an incumbent. It can be their site of history through the lows are the same. So I'm giving the 2 low that 1A 1B. The next one is going to be, I've heard they call the home. I call it the All-Star Game Jordan 2 because he wore the all white with the red trim.
The alternate Chicago.
Yeah, the alternate Chicago's. He wore in the All-Star Game. And I remember him talking to Dr. J because Dr. J was one of my favorite basketball players through a relationship with my dad. That's number 2 to me because he actually wore that shoe. Again, we want to see him in the shoe. So that's why I can't put like a DB or I can't put a Quad 54 2 or the K. I just learned that so we've been pronouncing that wrong. So is it K?
It's K54, yeah.
I'm sorry, here in the South, or at least where I stay.
Oh, bro, I've been saying it wrong. I've been saying it wrong for.
It's the U, bro.
Yeah. We're gonna call that Quad 54. I don't know what y'all talking about. That K.
Yeah, I learned the hard way.
That K, and I got educated real quickly when I was making some connects from the UK, and they was like, "Nah, man, why are you calling that Quad?" And I was like, "No,
look,
I actually called it a K54 for a little while until I got educated on it. So I was like, no, it's the K. It's not the Quad, it's the K. I was like, all right,
listen, cool. Me and TJ met because of the Jordan 5 K54. I was trying to find a source because I knew it was a Euro UK release.
Did you give me those, TJ?
Yes.
I sourced them for you, bro. And I told you no, I'm not gonna give them to you because it costs. It's gonna be the cost of the sneaker plus the tax plus the shipping.
He told me the exact same thing. He might have copied and pasted the same message to us. Okay?
No, it was a different message,
No, I'm
bro.
talking shit. But no, bro.
That's a 6.
Right. I ain't like the Brown at the time. At the time, Brown wasn't doing it for me. But that K54 5, I actually researched. I had to, bro, because I'm like, when I get the shoe, I'm gonna do the video, and I don't want to say it wrong on the video. So
yeah, I've been saying it wrong for 20 odd years until somebody from UK corrected me and was like, he's like, sir, why do you keep calling it Qua? And that's a K. And he would send me articles of stuff, and then he would send me a video. And I was like, dude was determined to make sure so big shout out to dude, because he educated me so quick. He's like, you been saying that wrong. That's how y'all say. I was like, listen, man, we in the South. You know what I'm saying? That's how we just pronunciate things. You know that is, man, no disrespect. He was mad about it. He was like, why do y'all pronounce it like that? I was like, bro, that's the way we.
Hey, but look, my name started with a Q. So I know, and my sister name started with a Q. I got a U, and she don't. So with our names starting with Q, and me having a U and her not, and the pronunciation being different, I always wanted to call it K.
Yeah.
And with being from the South, because bro, how many people you done met with the same name? You can meet 5 people with the same name and spelled 5 different ways.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, tools. So, what? How you feel about this supposed UNC Chicago that we get next year?
Which one? Oh, which one? Let me make sure that I hear you right. The UNC Chicago's.
UNC Chicago.
Jordan 2s, yeah.
Low.
Is it the one? Which one is it? I seen there's an OG version that my son had that had little. It was more the obsidian, but
not that one.
Not that one.
No, I'm about to pull it up right now for you.
And I hate I don't have that shoe.
This. I need this right here. I need all of this. I need this. I need this in my ear. I need it. I need it to strangle me, bro.
Yeah, but by the way, just a caveat. That's just a mock-up at the moment by Z Sneakerhead. Yeah. So basically, it could potentially be.
I don't even care.
I'm probably gonna pass on those. Now if that cream is a little bit darker, got some cream laces in there. I don't know.
I like that.
The only reason why I'm saying I don't know because I have the off-white 2s.
Oh, so it's like I ain't even talk to you about 2s then.
but you gotta love.
That's the only reason why. That would be the only reason why. But I thought that I love Jordan 2s. I think that even though I hate that they've gotten the redheaded stepchild's treatment, that they don't get a lot of. That it took a rejuvenation by other brands to make that shoe relevant again. Yeah, and I just and it's not because of Nike not trying. It's just that Jordan didn't wear that shoe a lot.
Yeah,
like he just didn't wear it. So it's hard. We can think of iconic memories when him playing in that Jordan 1. Hey, him in the garden dropping 69. Like right. I can go through every little linear part of Jordan's career and point out 20, 30 moments in that one colorway. The 2s, it's very slim, and I think that's Nike's fault that they never gave it to a proper.
I think also you can tell, like from my perspective, you can tell Nike's really kind of hesitant to give it a full just release, and this is why I think they've gone down the whole collaboration route with it, because you've seen it's collaboration after collaboration after collaboration after collaboration on the 2, and only at the end of this year you're really getting the Chicago 2, which is another amazing sneaker. But then and I think they built up everybody's kind of expectation of the 2 and said, you guys get used to these 2s. We're going to give you 2s, but we're going to give you like a J Balvin or Emma Mania 2. We're going to give you these 2s. So for anybody that's hyped on them or people that pick up the hype stuff, we're going to give you these. You live with these, and then we'll give you some proper releases next year. And this is why we've seen the UNC to Chicago 2 come out next year when people are more used to seeing 2s in circulation.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%, bro. We see because we pay attention. We can see a trend forming, or we can see a marketing strategy being implemented around the 2s, but they can keep them J Balvin's.
Yeah.
I like
Give me the mellows.
I like the unions. Bro, just drop mellows.
Bring the mellows back.
Drop mellows.
I'm not paying $3. I thought about that shoe, to be honest with you, Q. I thought about getting that shoe because I don't have the mellows, but for $300 and I don't give a damn about that damn light, I can probably go throw me a silly low bid out there and find me a dead stock pair of.
And you know what's really interesting, bro? The really interesting thing about it was those Mellow 2s actually went on sale. They actually went on sale in the UK. It's like how massively an impact and this is where
You're doing the right thing. Breeze did that too.
Yeah, and this is where it's really interesting, and I'm gonna just a little bit of a prediction what I think might happen in the next couple of years to 2 years, and this is what I wanted to also touch on was, from my perspective, like when Yeezy took a swing at Jumpman and made him bleed. I'm not gonna say jumped over Jumpman, just made him bleed slightly.
Yeah,
and
drew a little
blood, and then LeBron's got his ring, next ring, and all of a sudden, bang, the Last Dance comes out, and that totally bang, overnight, bro.
I like how you frame that, bro. LeBron won another ring, and then boom.
Take this.
I think it's great. I do think it's great because that's Michael. I didn't need The Last Dance to know who Michael was, though.
Yeah, I love it, exactly. It's for the youngsters, But now
Michael been petty all his life. Michael been petty all his life.
Yeah.
Listen. When I was in the year 2000, was it 2000 or 2001 when he played his last game? I want to say 2000. I was 17. No, it was after that. He came back in 2001. Whatever year it was that he retired, bro, I shed a tear. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up hating this guy on the court and loving his shoes at the same time because I'm a Hawks fan. I'm Atlanta through and through, bro. I would never root for your team.
You a Dominique, Spud Webb,
bro, all day. Vince Carter, Lou Williams, Mutombo, anybody that ever came through here, bro. Except Al Horford. Except Al Horford.
Malik Bullock, Bullock that played for y'all.
Mookie Blaylock.
Mookie Blaylock, yeah.
He was a J too. But shout out to Atlanta culture helping Mookie Blaylock smoke as much crack as he wanted to while he played for us. But I like for the young people, and that's one reason why I want to get Kevin back on here eventually, because we didn't get into the jump man. Like we know the actual jump man. To them, it's a logo. My 11-year-old niece loved. She cried. I got her a pair of Marina Blue ones to go back to school. She started crying. You know what I'm saying? Her first pair of ones, right?
Yeah.
She's 11 years old. I could be watching The Last Dance and she wouldn't know that's Michael Jordan until she hear the name. You know what I'm saying? But she loved the sneakers.
Yeah.
So now we just to cut you off, bro. I'm gonna elevate the question. I'm gonna elevate the question now, right? Because basically we know what The Last Dance did, and we know how much of an impact it was for all the youngsters. From our sake, we've been through the whole Michael Jordan era, and the youngsters haven't, because the youngsters that are born in 2000s, they're actually about 18 to 22 now. They're picking up sneakers. They actually got reaffirmed with The Last Dance. Now we've seen that situation. What is this new Nike move you're gonna do? Like the fact that Nike is going out there sourcing Jordan, looking for his career. He like the whole battle between Nike and Adidas in that early stage where Jordan was talking to Adidas, Jordan was talking to Nike. I'm just saying, it's almost convenient, bro, that it's gonna drop soon. We're gonna see it hopefully next year. They've got the UNC to Chicago 2s coming out. It's almost convenient, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't thought about that.
So what do you think this movie is gonna do to like the whole? Because right this moment in time, as we speak here and talk on this podcast, I can definitely say there's a downtrend. Just due to the financial circumstances in the world, and all our hardships, but there's a downtrend at this moment in time.
They furthering the pop agenda, bro. this movie, we think so. We just came from a place where for the past several years we've been saturated, right, with these undesirables. These people that I wear kicks to go cop kicks. Am I different? Am I different from any one of y'all in that? No. I'm jumping fresh to go cop.
Yeah.
Whether I hit on the raffle, line up, camp out, whatever the fuck, I'm fresh when I go cop. I don't want to see your fucking Crocs or your Walmarts, your work shoes and all this type. Like if you just left work to come to cop, okay. But bro, if you ain't fresh in line, I kind of don't respect you unless this your first time lining up, maybe like something like that. But this pop agenda, bro, that's what we're experiencing. I believe that's what we're experiencing. We, for the past several years, have been in a popular game. Now, I entered in 2018, right? But I've been a sneakerhead in my mind since I was 9 years old. 7 years old. First time I saw Jordan 5, Black Metallic, which is the greatest sneaker on the planet. Can't nobody tell me different. So I grew up around Dion's and Bo Jackson's and Air Max and all the Jordans. When before it was the Jordan 5, it was just the Air Jordan. Like since then, you know what I'm saying? So when I got to a point where I could physically be a sneakerhead, that's what I did. With all due respect to everything that I had seen, and all the knowledge that I'm gaining, right? But everybody that started being a part of the sneaker culture didn't come in from that perspective. Some of them came in looking at it like, oh, this is what, bro. It's people that work at the goddamn stores that don't know what the shoes are.
Oh, bro, that's I hate that. Like literally, I had the same situation recently where with the Midnight Navy 6s. I called the store and asked them, "Have you got Midnight Navy 6s sitting in store?" No, we don't. So I walked past. I drove to the store, walked past the store, went to the other store to pick it up, went to the store to check what they had, and they had Midnight Navy 6s there. Like, I called you, and you basically said you didn't have them. What the hell? Like, man, you don't know the sneakers that you actually stock.
That's different though. A person working at a job because they need a job is that. A person that wants to work at Foot Locker versus a person that took a job at Foot Locker, those two different people. Those of us that take a true part in the game, we gonna be here. Like what the hype is down, right? I don't give a fuck. I'm happy y'all don't care no more. Because you know what that means? I ain't got as much of a headache on Saturday mornings and Fridays and Wednesdays and Thursdays now because the schedule is crazy. I ain't got that much of a problem no more because y'all don't care as much. And that's great. Yes.
Oh, by the way,
retail on StockX. Yay, us. We get shoes for the prices that we're supposed to get them for.
But by the way, you know why they actually do sneaker release? Well, they did sneaker releases on Saturdays.
Stop kids from skipping school. That's what it was in the US.
That's the one, bro. That's the one. Yeah. That's the one. Why the reason why reason why all the releases used to be on Saturdays is because it stops the kids actually skipping school to pick up sneakers.
But it's it's pop. That's my opinion. It's the pop element deteriorating. And
Well,
we're gonna be
I'll
left.
say
We're gonna be
this.
left with. We're gonna be left with more of what it's supposed to be.
Well, I'll say this about copping back in the day, because I've seen an array of different ways to cop.
Right.
And necessarily when I was copping shoes and standing in lines, it necessarily wasn't about the whole encompass of the outfit, whether it was just the conversation and could you hold your weight during the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
when you were standing in line. We could sniff out what you were doing before you even when you got out the car. You stepped out the car, be like, buddy, a size 10, he's trying to resell. We can tell that. These are things you can tell, because if we know we want the shoe, we didn't necessarily want to dress up to the occasion, but we wanted to be a conversational piece more than anything.
Yeah.
So when we stood in line, it was like, yo, I wanted those where you get them. It started the camaraderie of how sneakers was, versus now it's very, you don't talk to an employee, you write your number on a ticket, you go out, or what TJ said, hey, you call. He just didn't know the name. Like he, you called them the right thing, but some people just don't know the name. As what you was going to Q, saying he just got a job. Like he ain't supposed to know. We'll give him a pass because he didn't know. But when you used to cop back in the day, that's what it was about. And it wasn't, we didn't try to flex on you, but we wanted to make a conversational piece. Now these new cats, they think going up to the shoe store and off-whites and all this other stuff is going to help them, because it's going to show that they have seniority, or they have clout, or they have some type of stripes in the game. And really, it's somebody that's dressed in a Black Jedi shirt, hoodie, a busted Supreme hat, you know what I'm saying, with some Black Cat 6s on, that'll smash your shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
It's not the person that's saying I'm the loudest in the room. It's the person that's sitting in the corner not saying shit.
Oh, the quietest person is always the deadliest person.
The deadly type, or that person that's just like, yeah, you may not want to talk to me. Because I've dealt with people like that, where I've seen where these young cats come in there, got all these, man, what you got on? They try to roast you. And he was like, yo, let's pull up these receipts. Pull up that IG account. Hey. Now, you got receipts.
Hey, you talk to your boys like that. Don't come talk to me like that.
That's what they do now. Because I've had that done. I've had that done here. I've had that done, and when I was out of town and I was near a raffle to do stuff. Like, these young kids will have the impression like if what you have on will dictate if you win or lose some things. And there's some cases that happens, and I hate that. That's a real thing.
It's up here, bro. It's up here.
No, it's not. I know people that work at
shops. No. I'm wait. You saying that's true?
Yes. Yes. I'm a guy, bro. I've been in this game for 20 odd years. I know that's true. Like, I'm not making that up or hearsay. I'm telling you, I know that's true.
Shit.
Everything I'm saying is not hearsay. I don't speak in hearsay or what I thought I'm thinking. I'm telling you, I have seen it happen. I have talked to employees in stores, nothing here in my experience in states, Texas, Oklahoma. These are states I've lived in where it's like that. That literally, they're picking and choosing.
Yeah. There is it's the same thing with some stores here. Like they basically pick and choose who's gonna win, who's gonna actually.
I see it, bro. I see it here too, but I see it so much over there, dog. It's It's very
and like I'm gonna say, like bro, we were talking about this before we actually start recording. With us, we say what we feel, because at the end of the day, we're at a certain age, we don't really give a shit anymore. We don't really care about what other people think, because we know what within ourselves what we are as people. So from that retrospect, I hate the word, and I said this a couple of podcasts ago. I hate the word community. Like for me, community, anything to do, as soon as you use the word community, you're gatekeeping. You're literally gatekeeping. This is my community. This is a community. You're not inclusive. You're exclusive. You're basically saying that I'm going to make sure this only certain people come through this gate. I'm only going to make sure certain people get certain things. For me, it's not about community. It's about basically helping other people trying to achieve the same goals as you do, and the same hobbies that you do. You can't name it, because at the end of the day, if you say, "Oh, this is my community," or this is the X community, or this is the Y community, you're literally saying you have to do certain things or act a certain way to be in this community. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I kind of disagree with that notion, because the
No.
community is controlled by the members.
Yes, but I don't like it when certain people take the word community and use it to their own will, and that's what I don't like. Community is a word for everybody. Community is everybody, not
literally,
just this is exactly.
be.
And when certain companies or certain people use the word community, this is X community. You're taking a vast community and dissecting it to just a little number that you want. I don't like. This is why I have a bad association with that word community. I believe community should be for everybody, not just singularities.
It boils down to this. You're a very informative guy, right?
Yeah.
Like this is what you do. You spread information and knowledge to the community.
Yeah.
Because you do that, and you've spoken on this before, there are people in the community that will take advantage of the information that you put out in good ways and in bad ways. And when you spoke on this, you spoke on a guy commenting to you on TikTok, asking you why you're giving out so much information.
Yeah.
I can see that from both perspectives, because if he's a reseller, why are you telling people how to get shoes for retail? That's hurting me.
I don't give a shit, bro.
if he's a sneakerhead, a collector, why are you giving everybody information that we should only have? You're making it harder for me to get my pair.
That's gatekeeping.
Yeah, that's the emphasis of gatekeeping. Like there's some people, like from my perspective, and the way I always look at it is, we're old enough when we have to start like helping the youngsters come through, give them the knowledge to actually be the best they can be in terms of picking up sneakers and stuff like that. So from my perspective, it's always giving the relative information or to the people that don't know, that need to know, that actually struggle. Because look, bro, I don't think we struggle. Like, we do struggle to pick up sneakers, but looking from our rooms, we kind of maneuver in a way. We maneuver to get our sneakers, which is what we do. But there's some we got knowledge, but there's some people that haven't got the funds, that have to do certain things, that that struggle to pick up sneakers, and you're like, all right, cool. You know what? Here's some information, dissect it, utilize it. And that this is for us to do for anybody that's coming through. And it's great.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Keep going.
Because from my perspective, it's like, it's getting easier to a point to be able to pick up sneakers, because like I'm gonna say there's a disassociation with online and in store, especially in the UK. Online sold out. Everybody's like, oh, can't get pairs. I walk into the store and there's like there's multitude of player pairs. Like they're sitting. Go on, what are you guys doing? Go and get your pairs. If I throw that knowledge out, so if somebody comes at me like, why are you telling people that sneakers are sitting in store? Just go to the store and check it out yourself.
That's part of the process.
Yeah, that's part of the process. You like for me, like I heavily do not believe in gatekeeping at all. Like for me, it's like, if people need to know, we've been here long enough to kind of help other people out, and that's what we should start doing.
I'm the resident buyer at my job. Every sneakerhead at my job has asked me for a shoe at one point or another in the past 3.5 years, and everybody has received at least one sneaker from me with a surcharge of $20 to $30,
bro,
based on how hard I have to, or how far I have to travel. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't got no problem with saying that, right? The bros, my people, I ain't charging y'all. But
well, I definitely want to.
the surcharge will kick in. I'm not checking the resale price
No.
to come up with a price. You know what I mean? That's just how I rock.
Well, I'll speak on this one as well. I don't think we have a community. Period. I've said that on my show. I've been very clear and precise when I say that. The reason why we're not a community can spark change. What has the community done to change the sneaker culture? Give me the three.
I don't think there's much we can do, to be honest with you.
No. We can, because if we were a community, meaning that we can bond together and we can come together and shift things, we do have the power to change.
Oh,
and
yeah.
We can't, I don't think we can say we can't do something when we have never tried.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I'm a realist, and I deal with give me a good, give me a bad. I don't want a middle. If there's a middle, I'll meet in the middle. But this is a good or bad situation. This is a left or right situation, because we have not taken to the resellers or taken to the way Nike conducts things. There are monumental things or points in the past 5 years that as a community we could have affected, changed, improved, and held the companies accountable, but we haven't. We have sections over here. We have Arkansas over here. We have Texas over here. We have Georgia over here. That is the way the sneaker game looks. Yeah. That's exactly, if I can put it in a small table, that's the way it looks. We can say, oh, we're part of the United States. Yeah, but you in Georgia. But you know what I'm saying? And I'm just using that as an example, but we're not a community because what have we bonded together in unison and shifted?
Marcus Jordan.
We didn't do anything to him. I knew Marcus Jordan didn't do nothing to me. I live close to Memphis. I knew people that had them shoes before him, and we laughed at Marcus Jordan. We thought that shit was funny. The culture didn't do anything to Marcus. What did Marcus Jordan lose?
Nine.
He lost credibility.
No.
He never had any. If you know Marcus Jordan, he never had any.
That is a valid point.
You're right about that.
People I run with, we never cared for Marcus Jordan. We knew he wasn't about shit, so he didn't lose credibility to the other set of people that's been in the community and have a longer tooth in the game. He didn't lose shit to us.
Yo, I'm gonna say you hit the nail on the head.
That's major respect right there, bro. Yeah, I ain't never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
And I'm older than Marcus, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say one thing though. You hit the nail on the head. But we were joking about this last year. I think last year, or the year before, when resale was crazy. It was like, especially after the last dance, it was like, what if we all stop buying resale sneakers? And like that I'm just saying, no, but this is what I'm getting. This is what I'm getting at.
Like, right. It's not us.
Yeah,
it's just the fact that we can't get on one accord to accomplish one thing that we all can do. If we're a community, let's come up with 3 things as a community and say, let's tackle one.
But we
tackle one thing.
We can't
one
do that.
thing, not just one thing.
No, we can't do that. We ain't got.
We can't do it. So how we ain't got no sneaker community when we can't do that?
We ain't got no flag. That we all agree on. We ain't got. we were just talking before we started. Subjectivity, right? So fucking what? You like the Union 4s? I don't. You like the biohacks? I don't, and I'm speaking from a personal perspective. I don't like Union 4s, none of them. Maybe the guava, and I don't like biohacks. Right?
I just sold those guavas.
That don't mean I'm less of a sneakerhead. I just
it does not.
I'm sure.
You know what? So some people, I sometimes you got to put your hand up and say sometimes, all right, that sneaker's not for me and or not my cup of tea and stuff like that. But there's sneakerheads out there that if you like a certain sneaker, they don't rate you. Like, what the hell are you talking? Like, I don't really care if you wear Yeezys, New Balance, Mishinos, or Asics, or LA Gears back in the day, or any sneaker, Kangaroos. Like, bro, I don't care what you wear. I have
Bro,
respect that you wear what you wear and you flex it and you wear it the way you wear it. But like, you can't judge a person that's sitting there and saying, "Yo, you wear Asics. I'm not gonna like you. You're not sneakerhead. What the hell is
shit.
that? No, get out of
Bro,
here, bro.
you
Seriously."
see a motherfucker wearing kangaroos right now, especially new kangaroos. They new
Yo,
colorways and
they're
silhouettes.
expensive, bro.
Bro, them shit's
yo,
like $350 retail. Like, what
yo,
is it?
but I might judge you if you wear some Mason Margiela glue-looking stain kind of things. You know what I'm saying? I might judge you for that.
The pre-distressed tuck chainers.
Yeah, yo, I
not
might judge you for
not Chuck
that.
Taylor, the tuck chainers. Like,
Yeah, well, I
bro,
might judge you for the Mason Margiela's Reebok missing logo things that quadruple the price of what it's supposed to be. I might look at you funny, but I'm not gonna sit here and say, yo, you're not real sneakerhead because you like this or you like that. Bro, get out of here, bro. Everybody's got different
Let me
tastes.
ask y'all a question. We had a really healthy discussion about this on on my show last week, and I have a lot of conversations with people. I try to respond to people as fast as I can, and in my conversations, in my DMs, because I feel like I'm not that dude. The way people sometimes perceive me, I've never seen myself as that. So I'm just relatable. I can talk to you anytime.
Yeah.
But he asked me, because this was kind of where y'all were kind of going down the line, but we were asking. He said, "What was the difference between a sneakerhead and a collector?" And I had gave him what is the difference between the two, and it opened the conversation up to where people they do think if you don't walk down this road or you don't check this box of a list they got from whomever, that determines you. Like, who's doing who came up with the sheet to check the box, and why do you have it? You know, and it's just like, we can't. If a person, I got many people I follow that only rock Air Maxes, or they only rock Asics, or they only rock New Balances, and them joints is dope.
Yeah,
like them joints is hard. Like, I can't pull it off, or it's just not my cup of tea. But I respect the fact they can put love into that shit.
Yeah,
that's
and
the
exactly
biggest thing. And if they're putting love into whatever brand is on that box, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
and I think these kids are so hyped by how much attention can I get? How much likes can I get? Can I get a brand deal? When they skip over the legwork it takes to build something from scratch. You guys are on your 26th episode. You took an idea, put thought into it, learned it, and constructed it. People want to skip over these steps, where in this case, y'all are building the experience and the knowledge of running a true show, and other people just want to be the executive producer the next day. And that's the problem. People don't want to grow their shit. People don't want to grow their collection organically. They just want to jump to StockX, go. If that's what you do, no disrespect. But don't knock me because I took the long route and enjoyed the ride, and you got a quick gratification. And now all you can say is it was a transaction that took 7 days versus was meeting Q or TJ hooking me up, blah blah blah. Now I didn't gain 2 friends in a shoe at retail, and you didn't pay over retail, and you got a quick trade. Pick your point.
For some light.
Yo, experience beats everything. Like, it's for me, it's the experience and knowledge that comes with everything, bro. Like, that makes you develop as a person, and that's personal development and growth. Like, for me, 100%, you can't beat that at all. And the people you meet along the way, I would, if I was that type of person, we will not be talking. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. That is the difference. None of us will be talking.
With Q being from Atlanta area, I always say this when I talk to people, and they start to get to know me. And Goody Ma said this. CeeLo Green, he said, "You don't want me to tell you the truth. You want me to lie to you, make it sound fly to you." Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's from Soul Food, and that always resonated with me, because that's always been my mantra. It's like, you want me? I can't do that to you. You want me to tell you the truth? You want me to lie to you, make it sound, because that's what they want me to do. That's what they really want us to do in certain. So when it comes to being an influencer in this game, they want you to sell people on goods that you don't even believe in. They want you to sell you on goods that is gonna get them money, and you're out the game.
Yep.
So that's why I always speak my truth when I speak to people. Like when I tell stories, I'm telling y'all from experience or firsthand. Like I know Buddy. I can call Buddy right now. He'll tell you the same thing. Tell you the same story.
Right. And
that's the way it is. And then, but it's a disadvantage for me because you're gonna get shadow banned. You're not gonna be people not gonna see your content because they don't want you telling people the truth.
Yeah.
Like I said this literally. I said if your main goal for resellers is to take that shoe and go to StockX, you hustling backwards.
Yep.
Yeah, ain't no.
Why don't you have
no love in that?
Why don't you have a service that you can pay $35, build a website, do pre-orders, or do next day sales? 10, your stuff goes on sale at 11. Like, why are we not thinking outside the box? Because they made StockX look cool.
Yeah, exactly. And there's people that are not willing to put the graft in to develop their foundations, to build that reputation. To it all comes with time and experience. Everybody, like you said, bro, it's instant gratification. I know this site is gonna take this sneaker, sell it, take their percentage, and I'm gonna get quick money. But then you're relying on a third party or middleman to actually do the business that you could do yourself and build up your reputation. Like your bro, shout out to Retro Rick. Retro's come through that route, bro. Like he's built his empire from just hustling, building the groundwork and his reputation. That's what it takes. And sometimes people do not want to do that because it's too much work.
Listen, I was just talking to Rick earlier this week. And often when we talk, it's about for one, and I know you can relate to this, Miller. It's about a legacy. He tried to build a legacy for his family, and it's built upon principle. It's built upon being transparency, and also being reliable.
100% authentic. I'll add on some more. 100% authentic. He's very clear and concise on what his pricing. It is not. He ain't gonna bust your head, but he ain't giving shit away for free.
No, you should be. You might get a.
You might get a steal here and there, but I like the fact that he holds strong in his price. Like I don't listen, guys. When you were talking about $30 tip. That was the normal. When we did our finish line, standing in our that was the normal.
I didn't even know that.
You bought a $25 Apple card so they can buy music when they didn't have the monthly subscription. I don't know if y'all remember that. I'm old school. You go buy a $25 Apple card at Walmart. You get them your raffle ticket. You look away. You slide in the card while you write your name on the ticket. That was your guarantee. Or you would go buy your Foot Locker manager lunch.
Yeah,
on lunch, or you bring them breakfast when you stood out there in line at 7 o'clock in the morning.
I've done it.
These are things I did.
I've done it. I've done it.
But Retro Rico is by far one of the best guys, and I didn't get a chance to see him in Atlanta when I was there, but I need to reach out to him. But he good folk.
Wait, Retro Rick, he was at SneakerCon.
Not this year.
He was. I talked to him. He was there.
Retro Rico? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, Retro Rick.
Retro Rick. My bad. I'm sorry.
No, Retro Rico. Retro Rico also. Shout out to him. I don't think I ever spoke with him on here.
Okay. When you said they both saying Atlanta, not my bad.
Nah, Retro Rico also. He just different, bro.
Yeah.
Like
big shout out to him too.
All the people that I've come in, and I met Retro Rico through Retro Rick. They've done business together.
Okay.
So just a little small full circle moment. Because last time I saw Retro Rico in person actually was at SneakerCon last year, but we've been in lines together before.
Yeah,
he's just a solid dude, bro. He's a solid dude. Yeah. A1.
Big shout out to Retro Rick. My bad. So no disrespect to him.
No, not at all. But like, dude, this man got a storefront full of stuff, and like 70% of it he want retail or a little bit over right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's the way you should do. If you want to be an entrepreneur, your best starter money is going into a business debt free.
Yeah.
Nah, and the one excuse me, before we move on, because I know we got other stuff to talk about. We've been going on and on. This has been a great conversation, by the way. I really appreciate everything you just said. But we get back to the community, you know what I'm saying? And that was something that me and my wife had done before I actually met Rick. But in meeting him and finding out that that's something that he's passionate about too, like food drives and clothing drives and stuff like that on us. We ain't sponsored by nobody. We ain't got no LLC foundation dedicated to nonprofit dedicated to none of this shit. It's our money because we bless and we go out there and try to bless other people. And it's funny. The funniest part about it is there's been a few times where we went out trying to give away stuff and people don't want it because there's so many other people out there giving away stuff.
Yeah.
So
that's a good feel.
It's a great thing, bro.
It's a great thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, definitely. So next subject matter basically is, I know you got two lovely sons as well, because you love, I love when you
shout out to your family too, bro.
Shout out to your family, bro, 100%. And then they're getting into the sneaker game. Well, no, eventually we'll get into the sneaker game because
they
got
more heat than me.
They came out the womb with J's on.
They got more heat than
me, bro. So from that retrospect, where would you like to see the sneaker game in the next 5 years or 10 years, when your sons are basically starting to get into their stride with sneakers, in terms of picking up sneakers themselves with their own money? So where would you like to see it, and where do you think it's headed?
One of the things is, when I became a father, I have a responsibility to be an example for them, so they can understand life. They can always trust me to be their father, to always be there for them. So, man, it starts off with that, and just having responsibility, not even putting shoes into the mix, because I want to be their father first. So, with that being said, I've allowed them to. I did things differently and maybe unorthodox than what everybody has seen. So when they were born, I always dressed them in J's. You can see Caden will be 9 this year. Kingston just turned 7. So for 9 years solid, I've taken 5 days a week. I've taken shoe pictures with my sons. And it wasn't for a flex, even though I got hate when I first did it. And they're trying to say I was showing off and just trying to clout chase. And it was just like me building a relationship.
Yeah, this is what you do. It's just like, for me,
I got hate. I got a lot of hate, especially when I started to really take off. Like, people didn't recognize it was my signature, and it was something I had done, and my son was 4. Like, if I had just started it and started the wave, because there really was a wave years ago that kids and sneakers, and that was huge. It was an avenue, and a lot of people thought I was posing. I'm like, dude, he's 4. I've been doing this for 4 years. Like, did you even scroll on my shit? But anyways. So when I started getting them into shoes, I let them go into shoe stores. We go to, just like every, guy is going to go into a shoe store, regardless of any mall. If we're near any shoe store, we're going to go in.
Right.
And I let them look. And I let them look when they were young. And when I bought them shoes, I let them pick out their stuff. But I let them tell me, do you like the way those feel? Do you wish shoes? Do you like what color? So it was an evolution of a relationship to allow them to know. So then as they got older, I started to show them, this is my favorite Jordan. Like, they can tell you what my favorite Jordan is. They can tell you what a Nike Trainer 1 is. They can tell you that this was a shoe that daddy first bought mommy, or when daddy got married, that was a shoe he was wearing. So not only they're seeing the shoe, they're attaching it to a memory. And I think that's what I've keyed in on, is making sure they have memories in these boxes. And when I leave, I want them to have memories in me. When they were young, I used to sit down here. When I got this set up, this is the last setup I had, I would pull shoes out and tell them a story. I would let them see it. I like, this is what happens to a shoe when it gets old. It just crumbles, and this shoe crumbles here. And I can show him a 2000 infrared black varsity 6 and how it's in crumbles, and this is how it looks. This used to look like this. This turns into this. So I can sit there and have educational talks to them about the game, but also they can understand from being blessed and being humble that just because I give you these things doesn't make you better than anyone.
Nah.
So I was able to guard that rein that in where they didn't feel like we're going to schools like, I got these. It was, oh, my dad got them. Oh my God. Now they're like, oh my God, I got them dirty. I got to clean them before dad gets home. Because I taught them to appreciate the things that I give them. You can have fun in shoes, but you don't have to act like you play kickball every single day.
Bruh.
So there's a time and a place. I'm old school. And what you had going out shoes and you had church shoes. So I kept that same way in shoes. Like they have their play shoes. They go to their friends' shoes, and they got their school shoes, and they got their hype shoes. They know which ones to grab. They know, but I'm teaching them these things so that they can, when they're ready to fly, they can fly. Like I let them pick out their own shoes, their own outfits. I'm kind of letting them pick out their own fit. I've always picked out their clothes, but my wife always jokes with me and says, "Kaden, what if one of your sons don't like Jordans when he get older? Would you be mad?" And I said, no, because he's going to find something else that I'm going to love with him.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's a beautiful thing to think about. It's to say
what? Sneakers, the fact, I think what you're speaking on is the fact that because it was that way with me with music, right? Music, being a creative person in general, like I like art, I like music. So that lended itself to me loving sneakers in general. Loving sneakers does that, I think, for other things as well. Because there's a certain level of appreciation for art form, for design, and for meaning, storytelling, and all that stuff that you can find in sneakers if you pay enough attention. That the casual, listen, we move the needle very little for these companies.
Yeah.
Because there's shit that we would never ever even consider buying. That shit could be $5 sitting on the shelf. DS just came out last week, and we ain't gonna buy that shit.
Yeah.
But people that aren't like us, that just need a pair of shoes, they gonna buy it, and that's what they concentrate on. But and get in this, and we can not. I'll go with not saying community, but you can't not say culture.
Yeah. I think community and culture are two different things. Yeah. I think I just think that it's two different things. And when I thought about doing this, and there was a time that I really thought about quitting this app. Right when I was I think Caden was 5, or it was just the hate I was getting, and they hated the progress. They hated the progress that I was getting, and it sucked. Yeah. And I hated it. It started to affect me, but that changed me because then I started to not really give a fuck, and that's where I found my voice. That's where I found my center. Is when I didn't let that when I let that shit didn't bother me no more. Like that shit don't bother me. Like that shit. Like before, it was like, damn man, I really shouldn't be doing this. It's making people feel bad, and that's not the type of stuff that I want to bring. That's not the type of energy I want to project off my page. I want people to come to my energy. I want people to come to my page and feel energized and feel inspired to grab something, or feel inspired to can't wait till they have kids, or be inspired to say the things that people may not agree with, but if you put it in the right context, you can have an expanded conversation. That's what it's all 100%. About. And I think that a lot of people struggle with that, and it's a growing period. And I just happen to be blessed with a lot of people that around me that kind of kept pushing me to keep going and saying those things. And I'm just blessed to be able to do that. That's what I try to do on my page or any type of content I put out. I just try to make sure everybody's welcome. Say what you got to say. We can disagree. We can agree to disagree. It's okay.
100%.
Everything doesn't have to turn into a I hate you, you hate me.
Nah.
I think I can definitely say it firsthand, bro. Like you are a very inspiring person. I think from getting to know you to actually talk to you and to actually have you on the podcast, you are very your page is very motivating, inspiring as well. And I think it's a compliment to. I think it's personally a compliment for you to have people that hate you. I've like it's you doing something right, and when you do something right, people don't like it. Some people, the real people, understand it and respect it and are with you. The other people that don't like it will show you hate constantly.
They'll adjust.
And
I tell them all the time, man, if you don't like something I said, man, you'll adjust.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
Believe me, I've already. I mean, I can't help you. Sometimes, man, I tell people all the time that sounds like it's a PP, a personal problem. I can't help with that.
And Q will tell you, I've been through the same process with a multitude of times with people. Like literally, we all have. Like and I for the first time it ever happened to me was a couple of years back, and it kind of affected me, and I was like, what I was basically I got accused of stealing content from somebody, and I was like, I'm not stealing no content, bro. This is everything I do is for my passion, and everything I throw out is for my passion. And all the ideas that you see, I mean, not every idea is original. Like let's be honest, every idea is not original. But you do stuff, and people accuse you of doing stuff, and you're like.
Yeah.
Yo, but I'm not intentionally doing it because of you. I don't understand. And then I just basically came down to the fact that that person's just jealous that you're doing it better than what they are, or that person's just jealous that you can do it and you can. No, bro. When I people do say to me, "Yo, TJ, you push out so much content and so much videos, so you're always doing something. How do you find the time?" And that in retrospect is
that's why
because I'm crazy. Because I'm
that's
crazy.
That shit took a lot of time. I had to get out of the YouTube game, man. It just took so much time. I didn't have the time.
It does.
And I remember starting my feature page, Little Rock Kicks on Deck, and Greg started off with Lace Differently, and I had my personal page, and I told it takes a lot of time, and at the same time I was doing my YouTube, so I was spreading thin. And if you have never indulged in YouTube content, if you're doing reviews, that takes time editing.
Yep.
It's not you can shoot the video in less than 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
You gonna 3 days.
We've been there.
I'm just being honest. Like,
listen, let me.
I was like,
look, bro.
I was like, man, this seems pretty easy. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm cool.
I got everywhere.
I'm still editing.
Yo, and this is what people don't see. People don't see that. People do not recognize. And you know what? Like I learned to my energy is always like Q will tell you. My energy is always 100%. Like I will keep it real, and I'm always like on a positive. Like everybody has their down days, but I'm always on a positive, and my focus is always to keep that positivity going with all the people I know. If you bring me bad energy, I'll give you a chance. But if you bring me bad energy, there's a feature called block, which is very useful. You're getting blocked out here.
Hey, man, I can't even sulk in an L, bro. I showed this dude. I took an L of these I really, really wanted. Oh, it's okay, bro. No, it's not okay, dog. I want to be mad right now. You mad with me? Shit.
Yo, bro. As I said, I just keep telling Q, we will maneuver and we'll get the sneakers. Don't worry, bro. It's a sneaker. Like it happens. You take an L. Like and I'm gonna keep it 100% real. This is why one of the things I mentioned about community that I don't really like the word community when people use it is because there's people out there that really, really go above and beyond to just get sneakers, and it affects their mental health. And for me, it's always like, yo, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. It's a sneaker. You will see another release another time. It's not that serious. Don't worry. And this goes back to what you were saying, bro, is the fact that a lot of people want to have the latest thing, the hypest thing, because it's a status thing. And this is why that's one of the reasons why I detest hype slightly, because it's the fact that I don't really need the hypest thing. I just like to sneakers because I like the sneakers. This is the reason why I got, like, if you see, I'm going to talk about Air Trainers in a bit, but if you see, this is why I don't care all these Air Trainers that are going on sale. I do not care. And in fact, I like it because I can pick up double up or triple up if I wanted to, because they're going for cheap. So because it's, for me, I've always stayed far from hype. If I like something that's really hyped, yeah, I like it. I'll try and get it. But if I don't get it, my attitude is always like, "Yo, that doesn't matter," and there'll be another release.
Yeah.
So like, but there's people out there that actually affects their mental state because they want it, they need it, they have to have it. And it's like, yo, bros, like, it's not that serious. And when Q asks him a question, like, yo, I took an L. So don't worry, bro. You live for another day. You live for another day. And Q looks at me like, no, I want you to be mad for me.
No, that's when I just won't respond, bro. I'm not liking the message or nothing. You don't understand. You don't understand right now. You're over there in the land of sitting size 11s. Like 11s don't sit here, bro. Like,
you're more than welcome to come over, bro.
I will. We coming. We coming. So, I can't say when, but we coming definitely. Passport on the way. We coming for sure. It ain't about shoes. We coming though. For sure.
Yeah. Oh, and on Air Trainers, like I mentioned this at the start, you heavily influenced me on Air Trainers this year. Like I would say I was sleeping. I knew they were around, but I was sleeping. But as soon as the chlorophylls, as soon as the Midnight Navies came out, I was like, yo, this is. I think the first thing was the tribal pack. I call it tribal pack, but the SP pack, the Air Trainer 1 SPs, yo, that's so dope, so dope. And ever since then, I've just been picking up Air Trainer after Air Trainer after Air Trainer, right? But bro, how did you get into Air Trainers?
Well, first off, I want to commend Nike for, well, not really Nike. I wanted to commend the product line manager for the Nike Trainer 1 whole line. The way they have reintroduced this line of shoe has been nothing short but of perfection.
Yeah.
If you've been in the game long enough, you know Nike does, like, their stuff, the way they roll stuff out, it's like a playbook.
Yeah.
They do the same stuff. Like, no matter what the shoe, they fit it inside this playbook. Yeah. How they re-release shoes, they do it inside this playbook. But for the Nike Trainer 1, the SPs, they didn't go by the playbook. They gave you they reintroduced it with a new feel, an ACG feel that gave it a whole new level. Now you take it from the tennis court, the literal tennis court, to an off the road or a rugged type ACG, or just out in the streets, not caring. Like, I don't want to worry about scuffing them. It's good. I'm not, it's a completely different vibe.
This is my gym trainer, bro. I train in this now.
Just you don't care. So like you don't have to care. So they reintroduced 3 new lines of a trainer that was executed flawless. Then they followed it up with the OG. They gave you the OG cut. Like, they don't 100%. Normally do that. What they'll normally do, Nike's roadmap usually goes OG, new style versions, collabs, then some more sprinkled in. Now they started off different. They started with the rumored OG, didn't tell you the details that it's OG cut, OG box, OG toe box. They didn't tell you all this, which was, I thought, was perfect. But they gave you a sign when they did that with the BWs, that original BWs. They gave you OG box, they gave you OG feel, and OG cut.
90s too.
Didn't tell nobody about that. And
the 90s too. When they switched the Air Max 90 back to the Air Max 3 with OG all.
Yeah. So when that happened, I thought that was great because I was hooked. But the way they've done it has been nothing far. So big shout out to the program manager or product line manager that executed this flawlessly. Y'all, that's one thing y'all got right. I first started loving trainers. My love of trainers started at JCPenney's. I don't know if y'all had that overseas,
No,
TJ,
no.
but here in the South we have places like JCPenney's.
Mhm.
JCPenney's was like a middle class type boutique that had it was like in a shopping mall, 2 levels, whatever.
Yeah, department
During the
store.
height of JCPenney's, TJ, they had what we would call tier B shoes.
Mhm.
That's when Nike started introducing tier A stores, tier B, tier C stores.
Yeah.
JCPenney's was a tier B store, meaning
Yeah.
that they would get the offline, they would get alternate colorways that were regionally selected, or
Mhm.
you would get what
Regional
yeah,
colorways.
regional.
That's OG shit. Regional colorways.
Colorways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colorways.
You couldn't get the red one on the West Coast.
You couldn't get the red on.
You couldn't get the blue one on the East Coast.
Yeah.
The only way you're gonna get that sneaker is if you
were in
know
that
somebody.
region.
Exactly.
Yeah, you were in that region. So
OG
this was
shit.
when they had the contract where they got regional, and they also I can give you an example. Remember the Air Up Tempo, the Scottie Pippens? Those were in Foot Lockers. They were type A. Type B was JCPenney's, where they got the Reggie Millers, the more up tempo, where they didn't have the air pockets. Right. Okay, so you would get those mid tiers, and at the time, Trainer ones were a mid tier shoe. It was considered a mid tier shoe. So you would get mid tier pennies, mid tier pennies were mid tier. They were not A tier. If you go back, I worked at Athlete's Foot. I don't know if y'all can Google that.
Yeah, I know Athlete's Foot.
I used to work at Athlete's Foot. And you remember earlier in the show, you talked about education. Education is what they prided themselves on at Athlete's Foot. It's to go in there and talk to you about the feel, the orthopedic styles of the shoes. And they would direct you, say, hey, I want a shoe that can do this. The Air Max is over here. That's what they do now. Back in the day, we had to bring you 3 shoes that could fit, and you had to try. That's what it was about. So they taught you how to line a shoe up and not be an order taker. That's here nor there. JCPenney's was a mid-tier store that started offering credit within a couple of years after their establishment. So my mom could do credit, and it was cheap. She would go in there and get a shoe. I can buy 2 pairs of shoes at JCPenney's, or I can get 1 at Foot Locker. That was my option my parents gave me. I can buy you 2 $65 shoes, or you go in here and buy $120 shoes. But you have to pick your poison. So I literally was like, I'm working. I was like, cool, I'm gonna start making do with what I got. So in high school, in junior high, in high school, I had the more up tempos. And in high school, I had the Air Max BWs, because those were considered B tier B.
Because the BWs only had 1 air bubble when they were making shoes that had multiple air bubbles.
Yep. So the Trainer 1 and the SC Trainer and the Air Max Trainer 91, these are all tier B shoes. That's where you started introducing the ACG line. Those are tier B and C. Yes. So if you remember, if you've seen the old pictures of the old Foot Lockers where they had the referee jerseys and they had a basketball court was the actual shoe store, and you would look and it would be the shoes would be on the wall, but it'd be
that's why they still got wood floors now.
Yeah, still got wood floors. That's where that comes from. Yes. So if you go look at OG pictures of that, you'll see it ain't nothing but hot shit. I seen one that had the Air Max, the Air Raid 1s and 2s on the shelf, and those are holy grails to me. Are the Air Max 2s. I have never found a pair since I crumbled my jungle. The Air Max, they had Air Max 1, the Air Raid 1s, and the Air Raid 2s, bro. And the 2s.
Yeah.
And the 2s. I remember that here in my city when we moved. I remember the Foot Locker had them and all that. And I was just like, those were $100 pairs of shoes back in the day. That's equivalent to $200 now.
Mm-hmm.
That $100 shoe that is now $120 was $55, $60 back in the day. So what you do is I started to love a shoe that was good for me. Like, this was a dope shoe to me. This went with so much. Like I can wear
Yeah.
it with any colorway. I can dress it up with a green. It was a mid, and I love mids. I love it. I
Yeah.
love this shoe. Just the feel of it, the cushion on the insole, that's just has been worn, of course. But I love this shoe. And then I started to love when they started to do these and have them on clearance. You would get the low version.
Yo.
Then you would start, and then you would be like, this is dope. You would be like, this is cool. But then you would take it back to the actual B line and you would get gems like this.
Bro.
Original air raid. You get that.
Yo, man. Look.
You know what I'm saying? And you
Look.
would keep on playing. Hold on a second.
Look,
So
bro.
these are, let me see what these are. We can have some fun with these right here. We're gonna have some fun. Let's have some fun. So you can take it back and then you could match them.
Oh.
Yeah, you could match them.
Oh man,
So
bro.
you can go back in the day and then and then it was just fun. It was just fun back then.
Let me tell you something, Miller. My collection, my current collection started with the Jordan 8 Tinker because of that Air Raid play together with that tribal print, bro. Like I can remember back in the day with cross color and the stuff that we was doing, like all the bright colors of the 90s that we was doing in the US. That Tinker 8 that I see people beat to the ground, bro. Mine still look new.
Yeah.
And ain't no hype on that shoe. It might be worth a little bit now, but I don't give a goddamn, bro. I walked in a store in this is when I marked the beginning of my collection. That's why that shoe will forever be. It won't hit the black metallic 5. It ain't nowhere near the top. But the meaning of that shoe for me, because I know where the inspiration came from, and Tinker attached himself to that shoe, and it's the first shoe of my current collection. Like it just means so much, bro.
So I'm.
That's the OG.
Yeah.
That's OG.
Yeah, it's a 2000.
Okay, bro. Look at the shape, bro.
Yeah.
The shape. I know the shape on my pairing. Was it 2017? They ain't. Yeah. See, we was just.
You know what?
Me and TJ was just drooling over our.
I can't wait till these yellow out. I can't wait till the translucent mid sole yellows out on these. I can't wait for that.
I can't.
But that's all. I mean, I fell in love with trainers because it was what my parents could afford.
Yeah.
And they taught me very early that don't worry about way people look. It's not you. They put on shoes just like you do, one foot at a time, and they build my confidence. So I didn't care that I didn't get the Jordans. I loved them. I got them here and there,
exactly,
but I didn't need them. And so now we're teaching. I hate that some parents or not really parents, but sometimes the kids are heavily influenced to think they need something when they don't.
No, it's parents too, bro. It's parents too, bro. Because
I think it's I want to place blame on both sides because it's both. It's both.
Yeah,
it's an incumbents of both.
It's definitely it's equal opportunity because I make sure my niece, like I said, she loves sneakers, and she'll come over here, and I have a similar experience that you have with your kids.
Yeah,
I talked to her about the shoes, and she asked me to pull them out. We'll pull them out. She want to hold them. She want to feel the material. And I'm gonna tell her why this shoe is this color, or what happened when the release happened, and all this type of stuff. Why it's relevant. And that's not every kid, because we grew up here, right? So we know, and I'm pretty sure it's the same thing for you, TJ, in the UK. Kids are already mean. Just in general, right? For whatever reason they decide they're gonna be mean. And some of these parents, especially people from impoverished communities, they put that into their kids. Or the kids get it from them just from seeing them interact. The big flexing and the boasting and the bragging and the talking down on people because they got less, or they don't have access to certain stuff. That's human nature. It ain't got nothing to do with sneakers. It carries over into every aspect of life. The same thing with fashion.
Yep.
Yeah, let me add on to that conversation. I think that's a really good point in what you were making. My parents taught me very young, like appearance is key. Like your appearance is key. Like you can't just when you go outside the house, dress like you got some sense. You know what I'm saying? Don't just come out just looking like a complete hobo. This is what my mom used to say. Don't look like a hobo. That's what she used to call me when you you walk out mismatching socks and no mom wouldn't let me walk out the house like a hobo. And I say that's one of the things I tell my kids, like when y'all go out, like if y'all go out and play, that's cool, look presentable. But when we go out, they go to school, like they're dressed to the nines, like they ready to go. We don't take days off. We don't take days off.
You can't.
And I think one of the things that we've learned as they gotten older in school is what you were kind of talking about, like these entitlement kids that they watch their mama and daddy talk to people a certain way, and it's very prevalent here in the South. It's very like this is common.
It happens here. It happens here, bro. It happens
common.
Here.
You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, not to walk down that road, but I've noticed that just them. They're trying to be influenced, but I've got and I'm blessed to have a hold on this. It's like it's the first time this summer that kids were coming into the house like, can we see your shoe collection? Like kids like they're bragging to their kids, like they're bragging to their little friends, like, yo, my dad got a whole room of sneakers. Like you got 7 pair. I got 7 pair when I had 7 pair last week, bro. I got these. These are they end up telling their kids, their friends, like these are Jordan 5, these my Patent 1s, these my new Kobe's that my dad bought me this week. Cause I bought my kids. I bought Caden his first pair of Kobe, or his second pair of Kobe's, but now I'm starting to see that they're like they know what luxury is or what it seems to appear like, and they think I got it. And I'm like, nah, but it ain't to start talking, and I had to correct one little man. I was like, listen, man, we ain't rich. No, let's just fool you. We check,
but
we blessed. We can't tell them. We ain't hurt them.
You can't tell them you ain't, bro. You can't tell them you ain't. I don't listen. I'm talking about grown folks. When they see me post on IG or they hear me having a sneaker conversation with somebody and they looking like, damn, no, bro. I'm sore.
I put in work for this, man. I don't take anything for granted. I stay humble. I stay humble, and that's why I tell people like anything I cop, like y'all see it. Like I don't want anybody to have any misconceptions about me or anything. Like you gonna see whenever I bought a shoe, y'all gonna know when I got it because I'm very public with my information. I'm very transparent. Man, I think we were when we were talking about Rick, this transparency is so key because we build trust. We start to respect you a lot more. The certain things you gain when you're transparent. You know what I'm saying? So and that's what it's about. And it's helped me a lot just because I am. Like I'm not afraid to stand in that arena and be different or take chances, but I don't take a lot of chances because I think about what I have to do. Because I came from I got on this app a long time ago when it was a lot more easier to gain followers and we didn't have to fight for attention. TJ was talking about, damn, how'd I miss this video? I was like, bro, I've been shadow banned for
I know. I was like,
bro, if my pictures get 100 likes, that's a good sign. Like I'm being dead serious. Like my shit don't get no likes. I've been shadow banned for a year, and I don't get nothing. Not nothing. Like it sucks. But
Instagram, let Mr. Miller go. Let him do his thing.
I think it's wild shit. They ain't gonna let me go. They know. they like, no, we gotta keep this dude.
Look, at the end of the day, bro, it's. And I think we can all share this sentiment. It's about possessing character and not being a character.
Yeah, exactly. And on that note, I'm just gonna give you some sneaker facts. We do sneaker facts. So this is sneaker facts for today, and one of them is: do you know the OG chlorophyll colorway was inspired by gym equipment?
Gym equipment.
All right, so basically, the story goes: Tinker used to be work. Tinker used to work. Well, we used to work at a gym or Metro a YMCA in Portland, and basically, he was tired of. It was tired of lugging bags around for multiple gyms, and so basically, what he had is an idea for the actual colorway, and because he's working in the Metro YMCA. In the training room, they had a combination of black, white, and grey, and he used that combination on the actual Air Trainer 1 or any chlorophyll kind of combination in colorways to actually produce that colorway. So that's where the color blocking is inspired from. So that's today's sneaker fact.
So the colorway of the shoe is a baseline of green. You said, I'm sorry, black, white, and gray. That's what's considered
black, white, and
chlorophyll.
No, black, white, and gray, yeah, and a dash of bold green text.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's what I was looking for because I was like,
that's what,
no, it has to have a green in there because
I
was like, no, all chlorophylls have a touch of or black, white, gray, and green. Okay, that's all I was waiting on. I had to make sure you got that little tidbit.
There you go. So that's where it's from Portland's YMCA training center. So that's where
I'll take it a step further for anybody that's seen the Nike Dunk Lows, chlorophyll, and they're like, why are they green? Because part of the chlorophyll is green. Yeah. So people didn't know that. People that said that was a Kermit the Frog. But okay.
Oh, and the second fact I think is the fact that I think I researched the story when I started getting into Air Trainers. You probably know this, bro, as well. Nike did not like the Air Trainer 1. They did not like the Air Trainer range at all because they were like, "Oh, it's taken away from this range. It's taken away from this range. It's taken away from this range." They thought it was going to be a commercial disaster, but Tinker made it work. And
Tinker's the greatest, bro. Tinker's the GOAT, man.
35 years. And by the way, it's the end of people.
But you gotta think about this. Here's what I want you to think about. How many shoes do you think Tinker has actually made for Nike? I want y'all to think about this. Think of how many shoes Tinker has actually made that he's had his hand on.
I'll say at least 20. I'll say 20 to 30.
BJ?
At least. This is just Nike. Now I'm not counting one. I'm sorry. 3 through.
I'm talking his
everything.
I'm gonna say 70%. I'm gonna say 70% of sneakers in Nike. I do believe. I think so.
I'll say 40. I'll say 40.
It's less.
It's probably more.
It's less than 15.
Less than 15.
Are you serious?
We did it on the show. Yeah, we did it on the show that the ones that he is a credit to in Nike, they did I found I'll have to send you the picture of it, but it's less than 15.
Wow.
Or 15 sneakers or 15%.
It was all the Jordans that you had said that you were mentioning. The 3, then he skipped, he skipped the 5, went back, came back with the 6. And so it's all the Jordans, the Nike Trainer 1, the SC, like the Moab, like it's less than 15 shoes. I was like, dang,
bro.
I was like, no,
nah, bro.
The Air Raid was on there because that's his brain trust, but he didn't do the Air Raid 2. He didn't do the Air Raid 2. He only did the Air Raid 1.
That's
a fact. That's a fact.
Wait a minute, bro.
He's like, if you think about it, I said, you got. Here's what I want you to think about. Just think about not the break off of the shoe, but just the original shoe that was his design, the Air Max 1. With the exposed air. Think about those shoes, but then start coming up with other ones. Like you get past. I think he did 5 Jordans.
No, he
did the 3. He did the.
He did 3. He did 3 through.
No, he didn't do one of those. He skipped. He didn't do the 5. He wasn't the 5.
Hold on, man.
He wasn't the 5.
You breaking my heart right now, man. You breaking my heart right now.
You didn't know, bro.
Hold on.
It was a topic on our show.
Wait.
I was shocked, and everybody was like, "There's no freaking way," and I was like, "Bro, pick a shoe."
Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. This ain't
Oh
Tinker.
damn, I can't get to recently deleted on here.
This is you telling me this ain't Tinker right here?
Which one? Not that I know of. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna bring up the picture.
It looked like Tinker to me. It looks like his
No,
name.
it's not about. It's not. That's just a sketch. That's just a sketch.
No, I get that part, but I'm saying this looks like. Oh my god!
I got to go back to our show, my group chat in my show, because we talked about it. Because I sent him the. When I send the questions, we got a big ass group chat.
I don't even want to talk no more, bro.
That hurts my heart.
Oh my god, man! Tinker, it, bro.
Here, I'll see how far I'm trying to go back. This is in.
I know what I'm doing the rest of my day. I gotta get to the bottom of this shit. I don't like this shit. I don't like this shit. Oh my god, bro.
Hold on. So I don't know. I don't know how much of Wikipedia we're gonna believe here, but basically they say that he done Air Jordan 3s to 7s, then the 10s, then the 13s. So basically, from what Wikipedia is telling me, he did do.
All right, here it is. All right, found it.
God, go on, bro.
What he did was the Air Max 1, the Jordan 28, the Air Tech Challenge 2,
Right.
the Air Mag, the Air Max 180, which is a slip-on fucking shoe.
Yeah.
Jordan 14, Jordan 11, Jordan 5, the Moab, the Jordan 3, the Jordan 5. So you were right. The Jordan 5 is on there. I couldn't remember where he took that.
Q's happy. Look at his face.
No. It's because it's the story. I always hear the story.
It's a P-51 Mustang story. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the fighter jet.
The
teeth. The teeth was on there.
Shark teeth.
Jordan 3, Jordan 6, Jordan 4, the Huarache, the Nike Air Max 90, the 20, and the Trainer 1.
He did the 20?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why?
I love the 20. You didn't like the 20s?
Well, no, I'm thinking about the 21. I'm thinking about the 21 that I didn't like, for sure. Oh, Jordan 20. I'm thinking you're talking about Air Max.
Oh no.
Yeah, Jordan 20. They will be on their time for sure.
Yeah.
On Tinker, right? I think he's a genius designer. For me personally, he's a very everybody looks up to Tinker. So wouldn't it be fitting after this Nike movie, because we discussed this Nike movie, they did a movie on Tinker Hatfield?
No, I don't want a movie. I just want a documentary.
Oh, well, there was some sort of documentary.
I don't want a movie. Cool. I don't want nobody to play him. Like, I really don't even want Ben Affleck and what's his face to play
Matt Damon.
Phil Knight. No, I don't want him to. Just tell me the doc. Give me a Last Dance shit. That shit works.
Yeah. But you know what's really funny? Like, we talk about Michael Jordan being this egotistical person, right? But imagine the whole last season of that Last Dance was recorded. It never got released. Michael Jordan specifically held that footage there for all that time, knowing that in some time in history he might need to drop it. Can you imagine that? Think about it. Really think about it.
He owned majority of the footage as far as behind the scenes stuff.
Exactly.
Like, he had this, from what I hear, he had his own camera crew. So he had all the rights to most of the footage. The on-court stuff, of course, it was recorded by his people, but the NBA had to sign off on it. But it's him. Like, what is the NBA going to deny him from?
But could you imagine him sitting there having all that footage, thinking, "Yo, Kobe, God rest his soul. Kobe could be the next my next challenger with trying to beat that three-peat. Then you had LeBron, but he didn't drop it. Then he had LeBron come through, Steph Curry's going through, and then ironically we have this debate. Like, there's this massive debate about LeBron, who's a great athlete, or LeBron and Michael Jordan. And in retrospect, every athlete deserves to live in their own time, and we got to enjoy that. So that I never like that debate, because I think they're both great athletes in their own individual selves. But it's ironic that he dropped it right after LeBron James won that.
Well, it was
Like
rumored.
that.
Well, it was rumored that Kobe did the same thing for his last year too.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
after he had passed, they said he had a field crew that he has his whole last year chronicalized.
Yeah,
That's the one I'm gonna be waiting. If that comes to light, I think that's the one I'm probably dreading.
I don't know if I want to cry.
That's why I say I'm dreading it, because I don't want to see it. Like it'll be hard for me to see that, because
we're gonna watch it though.
Because his whole life has been was a movie. His whole life was a movie. To go from being a kid in high school to be traded draft night from Charlotte to Los Angeles, to go into the Staples, and just knowing the expectations they have for you, and him to be triumphant, his comeback,
even his upbringing,
his relationships now with his parents, how it's been for decades, that he don't talk about his mom and his daddy. You're like, shit like that. And then his last 3 years in the league, him tearing his Achilles and coming back, and then to see him go out the way he did
that last game, bro.
And then win
you can't write that
award, and then on a Sunday,
on a fucking Sunday morning, bro.
He going to church. He doing the right thing. And he passed.
Yo, bro, like,
and now you gotta tell me I gotta watch that all and see Jordan, we don't know, we know the ending, but he's still here.
Yeah.
With Kobe, we know the ending and we don't like it. We already know it's coming. It's like somebody told you when you pass the street, you're gonna see a burning house, but you can't do nothing about it. You gotta keep driving because it's burned. You know what I'm saying?
It's burnt, yeah.
And that's hard for me to think about in Kobe, because Kobe was supposed to be. I'll be 43 this year. Kobe's supposed to be my Bill Russell, and for some of y'all young people don't understand, Bill Russell is almost pushing 100, but his knowledge on the game is so precise. He's a historian. He's seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, the highs, the lows, the racism. He's seen so much. Kobe was supposed to be our Bill Russell. 100-year-old talking shit, talking about let's go. I'll still drop 45 on your ass right now.
And he was gonna talk. That's what he was doing.
He was supposed to be our Bill Russell, and we were robbed of that.
Bro, listen, I can't watch. I love Knucklehead's podcast, right? Because I'm a basketball guy. I could never watch that Kobe episode again.
Yeah, I can't watch it either.
Like I don't. I'm not gonna say never, but right now, I mean, it's only been a couple years.
Yeah.
Like I hate to realize that he really gone. And Kobe, for me, like when I shed a tear watching Jordan's last game in Washington, I wasn't a Kobe guy, but you have to put a certain amount of respect on. Ain't gonna be another Jordan, ain't gonna be another Kobe, ain't gonna be another Bill Russell, ain't gonna be another LeBron or Dr. J or Allen Iverson or these certain people. You don't have to be fans of them to be able to appreciate and understand what they mean.
No, exactly.
Because I'm a basketball guy, I'm a part of the basketball culture. You know what I'm saying? And for the basketball culture, Kobe Bryant is, if Jordan's God, Kobe's Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's how I see it. I don't have any.
No.
Yeah, I just see is, you can't. I mean, Kobe is just the closest thing we ever gonna get to Mike is Kobe, and it's like that in the shoe game. I'll tell you a sad story, man. I got those lightnings, and I went out of town this week, and one of my bags, one of the lotions opened because they smashed the bag.
Oh,
so I'm seeing y'all's lightnings back there. My lightnings are trash. I've only worn that shoe 3 times.
I ain't got lightnings.
I was so mad. My wife was like, "I'm so proud of you the way you handled it." I just took them out. It just was like, I can't say shit. Like, it's just fuck. They don't make it. It's the closest thing we're gonna get, and that's what I'm going back to, is saying that's the closest thing we're gonna get in the sneaker game. Just like certain shoes, we just not like the fire red 3s. I'm having to adjust because that's not what I want to see. That's not what I consider an OG. I think the elephant was darker, but I've seen pictures that can give likeness both.
I saw that. I said that to somebody the other day. Like, it looks like to the sneaker on visuals, it looks like a bit more like the Katrina, than it does look like the OGs. And I'm like, the black elephant print is supposed to be darker.
Yeah,
and I was like,
it's
but then,
lighter. I do contend that it is lighter in some of the pictures where it's a little bit more defined.
See, that to me,
this will always be my, like, this one will always be my. This was the epic one for me.
Yeah.
As you see, it needs a new air bubble, but that's pretty much
the cut and the color of the elephant print is the color is supposed to be in that front toe elephant print is supposed to be cut low.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they got back to that. Some of my threes in my collection got the high cut, like the black Tinker threes. I love those. They got the high cut, but it's supposed to be cut low in the front, and you can't.
Yeah. I'm soul swapping mine. That's all.
Yeah, I would.
Like, I don't give a damn about, like, I'm literally gonna take this exact shoe and just soul swap it. I'm just gonna but the thing is, I'm still gonna have to get this painted because that red is not that real red that I really want. Worst come to worst, being that this sole is still in good condition, that somebody can just take it apart and switch the air bubble and be straight again. Because I don't have any cracking or creasing in the actual midsole. It's just the air bubble's just freaking trash, which is a good thing.
Yeah, that's you can't beat that. That's
because it's got more of this feel. This is the denim. It's got more of this feel. See how that's a shortcut? That's a very shortcut compared to.
Yeah.
And
the shape is still a little off on the denim too.
Yeah. You're right. You're 1,000% right on that one.
I personally didn't like the denims, but it's a dope sneaker. I had it in hand, a few different pairs. It's dope, but
I ended up doing that Euro step. I ended up getting the one with the Japanese writing on the back instead.
That's the one to have. I think that's the one to have.
Yeah, I wanted something different.
Yeah.
I had the Euro step on that one.
So quickly moving on to the next segment before we go to the end of the show segment, which I know, you're actually excited to actually take some people to court. But before we go and do that,
here we go.
It's lose, choose, or dump, and this is gonna be, I don't know, it might be easy for you, bro. But lose, choose, or dump is basically you got three choices. You can either lose it, which means you lose it, but everybody else gets it. You can choose it, which means you choose it and everybody else gets it, or you can dump it, which means you are absolutely erase it from history. It no longer exists, and there's no longer a subject matter. So this week we're gonna go GR, OG, hype. What you're losing, what you're choosing, what you're dumping.
So it essentially is OG colorways, retro non-OG colorways, and hype. Lose or choose, lose or dump.
Okay. Let's see.
Wheels turning. Thoughts?
Am I supposed to pick one?
Yeah. You're supposed to pick. You're basically supposed to pick.
Which
so you got three choices. You got OGs, which is OG sneakers, like the original sneakers.
Okay, that's what I meant. Sorry.
You got OGs. You got GRs, which is non-OG sneakers, or you got hype, which is everything that's hype. So those are the three choices. You can either lose it, you can choose it, or you can dump it. And then you choose it means everybody gets it. You lose it means you don't get it, but everybody else gets it. Or you dump it, which means it no longer exists ever in history. It's hard. These are always hard, bro. These are always hard.
All right, here we go. I'm dumping OG.
What?
What?
Yeah. And here's why I'm dumping OG. Here's why I'm dumping OG. And just listen to me. I'm dumping OG because they can't get it right. There's so many things that they get right with OGs, and there's so many we nitpick the fuck out of shit. We really do. Where it's just like I'm swayed left, I'm swayed right. You know, it's just the OGs. They just can't seem to get it right. And if they get it right, it's at a higher clip. One of my favorite shoes that I really want to get redone are the 16s, 17s, the 18s. I really want them to re-release the OG shit. Like I want my OG cherry woods. I want my OG gingers. I want my OG like give me my stuff, bro. I have 5 pairs of 18s and I can't fucking wear them because they're crumbled. And when you brought them back, you brought back a crappy colorway. Like give us the right colorway.
I mentioned this the other day. Like when even with Kevin there, it was like, and he picked a sneaker. He picked a sneaker outside of 1 to 14. I said, "What color would you like them to re-retro?" And he said, "What did he pick?" He said 15s. It was like, he was like, "Yo, dope." So, but
he's still 19 years old. And he said 15.
And basically at the moment is with Jordan. At the moment, it's anything between 1 and 14. It's like, come on. Why are you doing this?
But I mean, shit, dog.
Mm.
So listen.
And then I'm gonna take it a step further. What y'all know about it? Y'all know about that card. Y'all know about the card that used to come in the box. Told you all about the shoe.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, they don't do.
That's a 19. But that's a 19. But that came with it.
Well, no, it used to be the cards all the time.
With nets, that box came with a open box, like so. It opened it like this, and then both the shoes were in the nets. And that was the first shoe that was based off. If you didn't know this, the Black Mamba was the first shoe Nike had made that was inspired before Black Mamba, before Kobe took it over, because of the front. That was based off of Snake. The front.
So you're dumping height. You dumping OGs.
I'm dumping OG because I don't think they'll get it right. And like take for instance, if you go back and look at a 16, and you remember those that came with the metal boxes, and y'all came with the CDs, y'all came with the lace straps. We get those back in OG form, it's just gonna be $350. I don't want that. I want you to give me my same 200 clip. It was 200 back then. It can be 200 now. It's the same material. So I don't want to hear this shit. So I don't want any more OG shit. I'm gonna keep the newness of the now and going forward. Because I just don't want to. I'm cool with what I have. I want them back, but I don't want to pay them pricing.
I can
people
understand
don't care
that.
about history. People don't care about knowledge anymore. Like it's annoying to them to understand what a shoe comes from. It's like I don't care. Like I remember when people couldn't figure out that the Yeezy 2 was inspired by a trainer. Like people didn't know that. Like it was like what? Like it's on the shoe. Like what do you like? You don't see it? People don't care. These young people don't care. Some of these young people do not care about the histrionics of this game. So they do not. Their starting point could be 10 years ago. Their starting point could be 5 years ago. It's all the same to them. But for people that's been in it, like myself, sometimes it's fingernails on a chalkboard trying to get them like that's from such and such. The same thing I said earlier when I seen the 2023 Jordan lineup. That stuff we already been through. Y'all already did that. Like, why are y'all redoing it? The lanes. You already did that. You already did the cement ones. You already did that. These are things that people are like, oh, I'm hype about, but nobody's saying they already did that.
Yeah.
So for me in the OG lane, it's frustrating. And if y'all gonna do it right. But we've done nothing but complain from top to bottom, and we're nitpicky. So if y'all want to keep doing this reimagine stuff, I would rather them say reimagine than say OG anymore, because you know it's not OG. It's just a term to get us to look at it, and it's not. It's just not. So
I was gonna say
it hurts
that.
me saying that, but I'm throwing away OG because I'm just like, y'all don't care.
Yeah, I can understand that. I can definitely understand that.
I know y'all was like, whoa, but it's just too much work for me to explain to people how it is, and something you can learn from it. It helps you become a better sneakerhead or collector, whatever you call yourself. It helps you become that because you understand where stuff was from, where it came from. It's like history. You go to school, you learn history, so you know not what to get wrong again, and learn why we have laws or why this is here. We don't care about it no more. People just want to speed past it. Like, I started my, it's like, damn, you missing so much.
It's like being a rapper and not knowing who Melly Mel is.
Yeah, one of the greatest producers of all time.
Yeah, like you can't certain things. I think everything, bro. Every subculture, you have to know the history of it. Like,
you gotta know. You gotta know. People. I mean, just you gotta know. I mean, I'm big on music too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, how do you not? I argue with people and I tell people about Dilla. I'm like, man, fuck, you don't know about Dilla, man. Like, it's just it's bothersome to me because I just think he's the godfather of NPC, which was about producing. You can't have one without the other. His NPC is in the Smithsonian. Like, it's just like, that man is history, and it's like, it's odd for me for now I build the experience of, like, let me tell you about it. So I do the same with shoes. Like, when I'm talking to TJ about trainers, he's like, "That's a whole new damn lane."
Oh no!
Like, listen. I could have turned him down. Like, man, you really don't want those. But I was like, bro, it's this. Yo, it's done this. And I'm just sitting here like, come on,
bro. I took him on a trainer deep dive
last week.
And I showed him like 10 and 15 different silhouettes and colorways of the trainer 2, trainer 3, SC high, SC low. We looked at that's why we was watching the Barry Sanders video, because I showed him the Zoom Jets and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, and I wish I would have had, this was supposed to be in yesterday. It was actually supposed to be in Friday, but I got that new that trainer turf. So for all of y'all that don't know, that turf is why it's different. Is that the sole's going to be different. It's made for turf, which was really, Nike and Reebok were at the cutting edge with turf shoes back in the day. Nike and Reebok were running neck and neck. Nike kind of took it because they did more. They kept the performance part of it, but they also added a good look of the way it looked.
The Air Veers, the Air Missions.
Yes, they took it. If you remember the Junior Seau's, the Veers,
the Marauders, everything.
Barry Sanders had the turf, and if you look at the bottom of the shoe, it's more of a rounded cleat.
Exactly.
If you're gonna see it, so I was hoping I could have those to show you guys, but I got those Bo Jacksons. They'll be here Monday, but I'll show the difference because people didn't understand. It's like, is it a trainer one? I was like, no, it's a turf. So the bottom of the shoe looks completely different.
It's an actual shoe that's built for AstroTurf.
Yeah, I don't have any turf. I didn't have any Barry Sanders. I had a few Barry Sanders back in the day, particularly, but I just don't have any now. They're all destroyed and gone.
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple pair of Bowls and a pair of Griffeys. So yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna always go back to trainers. That's where it started for me. Was
where it started. JCPenney's.
Jordan 5, the trainers, the Rodmans, the Dion.
Rodman would be one of the. I've always said this about Rodman. Rodman and Kevin Garnett are two players I would love to have their whole runs with both their brands to be re-released.
Yeah, I like the Garnett Nike stuff, not so much the Adidas stuff, but
I would rock with some of the Adidas stuff because some of that stuff was just cool to have because of him. Like, I like some of his I can't think of him and Tim Duncan wore it, but I liked his Adidas run. His Adidas run were actually really nice. They were very clean, very basic, but they were really clean. But that Nike run, I need all cats. Him or Jason Kidd, I need his whole line. Just give me a whole year.
Well, we just got the first Jason Kidd shoe again, so maybe we'll see it. Supreme touched it. I got the black Supreme pair. So
Yeah, I'm thinking about go ahead and buying the Zoom Air 95 because it's only like $170 on.
And it's sitting over there.
It's sitting. Like I was like, I'll wait if I can get them quicker, but I don't know. I mean, I think going back to some of these shoes that they need to re-release. I mean, they've done a very good job, and I appreciate what they're doing with the trainer ones. Now, I do think their schedule is kind of getting cloudy. It's kind of getting stacked because I think they should have given a little more space between dropping this Navy one.
Yeah, we just got the Navy's here yesterday on sneakers, but they already released.
I didn't get them. I didn't go for them. I'll come back and get them because I know they were going to sit for one, and then two, I'm trying to get those Jackie Robinson dunks on Tuesday. I'm a huge baseball fan, so I really want that shoe. So, and I'm still trying to find the Lisa Leslie's in a size 13, or a size 12 and a half.
Okay.
But back on the reimagination. So what, like, at the moment we're expecting Chicago one reimagination to come out in like December time, November, December time.
I've seen it,
and then I'm gonna get your opinion in a bit, but also, this goes to show, bro. Like, I think there's gonna be a lot of these pairs floating, like in terms of release wise. But also, we're expecting the white cement 3 from reimagination. So, what are you expecting from what? So, what's your thought on the ones, and what's your thought on the 3s on next year?
Reimagine Chicago. I'm still debating if I really want that shoe because I've seen it. It's not a bad look. It doesn't look. I think people I don't really know how you would shoot that shoe because there's so many people are getting it right and wrong at the same time where it's so much of a mixed emotion. I don't care for the cracking. It doesn't bother me. I like it's an additive thing and it looks fairly natural, but I don't care for it to be there. I kind of want it to maybe come up with a de-aging process that it goes away with wear. You have the technology. You did it with the Lance Martin. You've done it with the Tyler Sylvester, I think is his name. You've done it. So you had opportunity to make a shoe where, like, when it wears, it's gonna, like, just the movement of the leather or the material is going to make that shoe wear.
Make it crack,
yeah. So I mean, you didn't have to do that, but they put it in a place that it naturally would go. I got it. You added the darkness of the. I don't know. You kind of forcing it to do something that it's not. I don't know about it. I just never been a fan of it, but I'm adapting to it because it's the closest sometimes we're going to get.
And it's quite interesting to see that they
I don't want the 3. No, I don't want that 3 next year because I think the best 3. My best white cement 3 is the JTHs because it has a gray inliner on sideline. Yeah. That's the only reason why I like it. That's the bit because that's one of my most cleanest shoes you can put. That or a cement 4, like those are the cleanest shoes you can drop on your feet. And I just hate that 3.
So we talk about what Nike does best is foreshadowing and stuff like that, and giving you something to get used to it. So we talked about the Jordan 2s and how they released a lot of these pairs of Jordan 2s in collaboration to get you used to the normal releases. They're doing this with the cracking, the artificial cracking as well. So we saw it with the Volt, the Volt ones. Oh, it's not the official name, but you know, the Volt ones. There you go. They've so
even on the Visionaire 2s.
Yeah, even in Aluminum 2s. Also, they're giving it in the bleach corals as well. I
had those on. Yeah, I had those on.
Stage Haze and Stage Haze 2, and also the toe cord.
Exactly. So they're giving it to you subliminally to kind of get you used to it. So when you get the Chicago ones in, you don't kind of really think it's like it doesn't look.
But the Chicago 2s don't have any. I don't think they from the pictures I've seen doesn't have any reimagined.
No.
Yeah, but they didn't call it the reimagined 2s either. Good. So it's gonna be an OG. Like it'll be an OG, outright OG.
OG-ish.
But yeah. But it's really OG-ish. But it's really funny because basically, when everybody's talking about how limited these Chicago ones are going to be, and I'm like, have you never seen the Jordan 1 OG release? Like every time they do an OG release, there's always pairs. There's always going to be pairs.
Yeah, we got it. We gotta stop saying that.
Yeah.
I kind of think the conversation needs to stop. You know, people talking about they set and
Yeah.
I mean, just even when they're talking about, I mean, I alluded to this earlier, but you know, I just think they spread it out a lot of pairs now. Like there's a lot of places that got pairs. And and then when I haven't seen the end number yet. Plus, I haven't done the research to find it. But I would like to know the end number of those Union Cortez. Because it seems like it was a lot. Like there's, I think they made a lot because they thought it was going to do something.
Yep.
I don't think this is. I don't know who did the case study on that, but somebody didn't read the room right on that because they made an abundance of those, and the reactionary when it was even linked didn't get a good reaction.
Yeah.
So
it was. I think Union thought they could move anything, and they were sadly mistaken.
But it's smart. I mean, you got two Cortezes on the slate this year. You have theirs, and then you have Sakai's.
Well, they got two more.
Surprised. Yeah, and what?
The Union got two more coming.
Yeah, the two other colorways. Yeah, I saw that.
I thought it was 3 more. I thought it was 3 more.
They got
two. I saw two more.
I saw two. I know I saw 2 more coming. He's right.
I think I saw the Sneakers Live. They actually pulled up 4 Union Cortezes.
But so I want that Sakai. I want that Sakai Cortez.
That's hard. That's hard.
That's a hard looking shoe.
That's hard.
Yeah,
that's hard.
That's a hard looking shoe.
Yeah,
I like what Sakai is bringing to the table.
So also back to loose shoes and dump, loose shoes or dump. You got two more choices, bro. Hype and regular GRs or non OGs. So you got choose.
All right, so I dropped that one. We'll push forward the regular GRs. I think we can all be happy with the regular GRs sometimes and just be cool and just make up our own style and make our shit fly. Throw some white,
choosing that.
Throw some bread. So I'm pushing that one forward.
Yes, and then you dumped OGs, you chose regular GRs, and you're losing hype basically.
Yeah, I just think that I don't think I'm losing hype. I think this is a prime opportunity to define hype.
Yeah,
prime opportunity to define and get in unison about what is hype. We say that way too much, and a lot of times numbers, quantities, release options do not equate.
Right.
So I'm losing that because I think it's a grand opportunity to redefine the word, give it a better feel and facelift, and allow the community or allow people to choose on their own what they consider hype and what they consider
I think there's a massive difference between hype and heat anyway. To me personally, like what somebody's heat might not be hype, or in terms of what we classify as hype in terms of
I fully agree.
And the thing is, a lot of people classify hype as in what the price of the sneaker is, and how much, what the limitation of the stock and the price of the sneaker. And to me, that doesn't really equate to hype. Hype should be to me personally should be somebody you're actually hyped about any sneaker that you're passionate about to wear on your feet. So there's a massive disillusion with that in terms of hype and heat.
I define hype for myself when I say oh shit. If I say oh shit, it's hype. It's hype to me. You know what I'm saying? Other people define hype as like you were saying, limitations, availability, all that kind of stuff. That factors in too. Because off-white Jordan 1, instant hype.
Yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately, StockX. This is StockX blame again, because every time somebody classifies or classifies a sneaker and looks at it and says, "Oh, okay, cool, it's worth 30 grand. It must be hype." I was like, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
No, it's not. I mean, I think the word has so many misinterpretations. It's just like we were talking to somebody about cook groups, and it has a negative connotation, and it doesn't mean what it means. It's like people are like, "Are you in a cook group?" I'm like, well, yeah, but it's not the negative connotation that you're assuming that it does. But I can tell you about it. I think a lot of times when you think about situations when it comes to redefining things, like a reimagining, we do need a reimagining of words and a reprocessing of the way we see people see and become in unison to where we can actually feel good when we say the word community. Because I've been saying this for a while, that I don't think we are, because we haven't changed one thing. We haven't bonded together to shift one portion of this culture. We still have the wrong people that are steady getting opportunities, and we're not getting those opportunities. I'm tired of seeing the same people doing the same shit, and nobody wants to change and disrupt and bring a new level of urgency or a new level of love. We're not getting that. So until we get some change comes, and I'm not advocating that I should be that person, but I would like to see other people like you two gentlemen be in a major platform and to be able to bring y'all stuff to that. That's what I would like to see, because it's just entertaining to me. I don't want to see that cookie cutter bullshit.
Yeah, I'm gonna change the name from community to hobbyist. That's what we are. We're hobbyists. This is our passion hobby.
Look, I'm at the end of the day, bro. I don't really give a fuck about whether you want to use the word or not. It's about actions at the end of the day, because people can throw around the word community and not have one sneaker friend. You're part of the culture. Yeah, I'll give you culture, but you ain't community. Community means something. Like what we have with our international group, and Straight to the Toe, and we Kick and Polar, and all the guys that we have in our group chat from around the world. That's the community. What you have with your cook group, and even inside your own household with your family, that's a community. Yeah, because you got a house full of sneaker people, right? My wife tolerate my sneaker shenanigans.
Mine does too.
She ain't a sneakerhead.
Same man.
That's why I slide a couple pairs every once in a while. I keep her at bay. And I let six more packages come in. I slide her one, I get six. So I slide her two, I get eight.
Can you imagine the card game?
Sprinkle the kids in there a couple times. Yeah, I keep it like, yeah, y'all got that doing this too. I'm all about that.
6 for me, 2 for you.
Yes. That's good. Baby, I wanted those, but I'm gonna give them to you first, so you can have them.
I really wanted these, but that's what happened to me when the 95s came back. The OG 95s came back. I couldn't hit, but I hit on her size. Yeah. So she had OG 95s like 4 months before I managed to get my pair.
That's like the Panda Dunks. I've never hit on a pair of Panda Dunks.
I got my wife 2 pairs in the past 3 months, and that's
I got her a pair first time. I was like, I said, forget about it. I went and got the Pigeon Panda. I said, I ain't gonna worry about it. I'm getting the Pigeon Panda.
You wait. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm that stupid.
Did you just say you went and got Pigeon Staple? Jeff Staple Pigeon Dunks?
Because I couldn't get the Panda Dunks. Fuck it. Let's go get the Pigeon Pandas.
Q is literally speechless at this
moment. If I tell you the price I got them for, it might hurt your heart too.
I don't want to hear none of that shit, bro.
I got them for a good deal. I couldn't pass.
Let's go to the next segment, bro.
I told people that. People was like, I couldn't get them. I told people that when I got them, I was like, I'm so pissed off that I cannot get this shoe. Fuck it. I'm getting something that I know none of y'all motherfuckers got. So I went and bought.
But by the way, the quality, I heard the quality on the Pandas ain't great. Like in terms of
depending on which ones you got.
The girls are actually pretty decent, but the guys
and the grade schools. But I got my wife a pair of the regular Pandas and also the Next Nature Pandas. Yeah, I like the quality on the regular ones better, but it's still just like that.
It's still not high quality.
Yeah. It's like B or C tier leather, you know. Yeah. But
it's a popular shoe, but she loves that shoe. I'm gonna have to get her another pair just because she loves that fucking shoe. Like, and she's been around me for so long. She's not the type of sneakerhead that will beat that shoe into the ground. Like, she won't wear it with every outfit. Like, she sparingly. I got her a good collection where she can wear different stuff, but she loves that shoe, and she was like, ugh. But I got her other stuff. But that Panda, that's just a shoe that everybody should have. Like, it shouldn't be that hard to get. It should be an inline shoe.
My My wife loves dunks and blazer, dunk lows and blazer lows.
Mine is
and Jordan 1 lows.
Yeah, mine is Air Max ones, Air Max ones, Air Max 90s. She doesn't like 4s. She actually kind of likes 8s. I got her a pair of I got those Valentine 8s for her.
My wife loves 7s. Mine loves 7s.
Yeah. I messed up and got her a pair of 4s, and it rubbed the back of her heel, and she doesn't like it.
I always hear about that. That's never happened to me before.
That happens to me on freeze. That happens to me on freeze.
But that 4 has an extra lip, so she's out on 4s. I am about to get her a pair of those patent leather bread ones. I just think she needs that pair. That's an essential pair for her. I think for a woman, for my woman. So I just think that's a pair she should have in her collection. So I'm not gonna say all women, but I'm just saying my wife, I would like her to have that because I think that's a pair that she deserves to have.
All right, so are we ready for this, bro? Because this is the last segment. This is the last segment for the show, and this is where, bro, you are gonna go in, pretty much.
let's do it, bro.
Are y'all sure y'all want to do this? Because I don't hold back. I'm letting y'all right now. This might get flagged. If y'all post this might get flagged,
bro. We here for it.
We're here for it, bro.
I asked for it.
When resale is too high.
Damn resellers. Order.
When hype beats go too far.
These damn hype beasts. Order in the court. Order.
When the back door opens.
Guilty.
It's time for
order in the court.
The sneaker court of public opinion.
All right, as you can see, bro.
Hell yeah!
This is sneaker court of public opinion. Today we have myself, judge public opinion, and executioner, and obviously we got you, bro, Mr. Miller, in the house, and you are taking to task some of these nonsense behaviors, some of these bad behaviors, and some of these suspect activities. So let's get into it, bro.
We're scrubbing.
Take it to court.
We're scrubbing. We're scrubbing the game clean.
Let's go.
We're scrubbing the game clean. All right.
Every week you got something different, bro. Every week you got something different.
We're gonna scrub away all the foulness in the sneaker game right here on the sneaker court of public opinion.
So who you taking to court today, bro?
Me?
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna take the court StockX.
Oh.
We're going against StockX.
Let's go.
I want them to. This is when you need to learn. I want them to read the room, sit down, and shut the fuck up.
Oh. You know, us over here at Nike, we agree with you 100%.
So, I want to preface my comments by saying I really do hope this reaches somebody at StockX, and I'm really talking to you. But I really do need y'all to listen to what I'm saying. I need y'all to read the room, shut the fuck up, and sit down. I do that. In the essence of this comes from, it's a cultural thing. It's when you sit down. That just means a lot. Even though it's sit down, it's 2 words, sit down.
Mm-hmm.
That means a lot. It could mean, i.e., if you don't go sit your ass down, I'm probably gonna punch you square in your face. I.e., it might be I know I told you twice to go sit down, but you can't instead of getting up. Wait till we get to the car.
Mm-hmm.
I.e., it could be you understand that I told you 2 seconds ago that you were gonna break that, and you steady did it yourself, but you did it. That means that's what I mean by sit down and shut up. So I need them to do that.
Sit your ass down, StockX.
Shut up. Just sit down. So when I say sit down, it's all those 3 things incumbent.
Yes.
That's definitely.
I need y'all to get. This is the reason why I am filing this complaint to the courts. I'm filing this complaint to the courts because the people of my community that I run with, we do not feel that that is pertinent business that you focus on disparaging something that we know is true with your businesses and services that you provide.
Right.
Instead of you trying to put out the flame, StockX, because you focus on what we're actually truly saying in the complaint. That there's inconsistencies in what you are doing when you authenticate our shoes, the services we pay you. Yeah. We are paying for services that you have raised twice within 2 years for a convenience fee, but yet your shipping times are not improved.
Yeah.
Your processes have not improved.
No.
The transparency on how you consider the process has not improved.
Yet
we can choose inflation. But when the market goes down, your market seems to not be shall not take a hit.
Facts.
So in essence of the complaint, I would like to put the pressure on them to focus on what y'all need to do instead of fighting frivolous claims that we know is true, instead of giving us further proof. Why don't you attack and put your money toward improving and giving us a true picture of how you authenticate a shoe? Because the last one, you can tell Jose he need to sit his dumb ass down. He didn't know what he was doing. We appreciate his effort. Go ahead and give him his StockX cup and his StockX hat and his shirt, and tell him to go sit down as well, because we didn't need that. That's not how you check. Y'all probably got there. He probably showed up 5 minutes before, and y'all told him 2 minutes before y'all started shooting what to say, and I don't appreciate it. Here in my community, we see through the bullshit.
Hey.
100%, bro.
Continuing on, I'm sorry, Judge. I apologize for my language, Judge, but I'll continue on so we won't.
We'll allow it.
Okay. So with that sit downness, I need them to understand that if you spend the money instead of putting out these stupid videos, that's $50,000, or computing or putting up on your site or in your app a 7-page PowerPoint that really didn't explain shit, was all flip flam and fluff, was probably cost y'all about $150,000. So I need y'all to go ahead and do that and invest into a company that can give you a transparent way to authenticate, or you can invest on how to ways for folks like myself that have been screwed by your shenanigans. You can give us an option to get half our money back, or at least 50% off a sale, or maybe free updated shipping. Just something that simple. Oh, I'm sorry, that's just normal customer service shit.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I will continue. So I need you to not focus on this. I just need you to maybe refocus, and maybe this lawsuit against you guys will help refocus you guys. My next part of my complaint, Judge, and I will move forward. The next part of my complaint is I need you to understand. I need you to read the room. You're not reading the room, StockX. You are in a resale market, and that's cool and it's really big. But Nike is a fucking giant.
Fool.
This
is grown folk. These are grown folks conversations. So I need you to read the room and sit your ass down. You at the little table. You dealing with a true billion-dollar company that we can fuck with you just to say we fuck with you. We make shit go away before it even gets started. So I need you to read the room, that we can have a million other tentacles out there that you don't even know is working against you, that could be working against you. But I don't know. I'm just thinking what outside the box and common sense. With that being said, I would like them to understand that Nike is petty for a reason, because they got the biggest dick in the room. Just because you don't want to see it, that's your problem. But I don't need it to be my problem or other people's problem. It just needs to be yours. That we understand what that is, and we're grown enough to ignore it. And I need you to just recognize it and be grown enough to ignore it. My last plan in StockX is that I need you to understand that we appreciate your services, but what the game and just life is called one word. It's called fucking evolution. You haven't evolved. You're the same petty ass motherfuckers that you were 10 years ago. You have not done anything. You know your place. Yes, we understand that you're the biggest dick in the room, but it also improves that, hey, you might want to spice the shit up and actually try to make it enticing, because guess what? There's some more dicks in the room.
Fool.
So, women like option. We like options. So we're just not we've had you for a while.
Yeah.
So now we got options. It's like a 15-year-old kid getting his first phone and understanding what YouPorn is. I'm just giving you now. I'm just giving you. Just gonna play that out for you. So it's what it is. So I just need you to understand that we appreciate all the services that you've given us, but at some point in time, you have to evolve. So instead of just hiring people that are yes men, or like what I like to say on my Wednesday night show, if the shoe fits at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, who's in the fucking room? People that you have in your offices, you can go ahead and get them the fuck out of here and actually invest inside the community that can uplift you and give you more transparency and also give you credibility for free 99, just giving us options to buy shoes that shouldn't be this fucking hard. So with that being said, Judge, I would like to close and say, StockX, we appreciate you, but I need you to address this fuck shit right now because I'm tired of it.
Hell, you talking about?
Yo,
The big book. Big Miller has thrown the big book.
guilty. Yo, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Big Miller.
I'm afraid to ask who else you take into court, bro. Is that just StockX?
No, I'm good. I think I got another clip for y'all, but maybe next time when we get on here and do this, I'll save this clip for y'all. I'll save this extra clip for y'all.
So
Perfect.
y'all heard it here first. Mr. Miller will be back on the Shoe Dog podcast.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Y'all better make sure y'all subscribe to everything he got going on. Follow him on IG. Turn on those
100%.
goddamn notifications and hurry up and do it too.
Yo, hashtag unshadow ban Mr. Miller.
Yeah, it's going.
Yo.
I hope I wasn't. I truly hope because when TJ was like, "We want everything."
Yeah.
If y'all can see the comments, TJ was like,
"Bro, hold on.
We want Miller." Like, we want Miller.
What you got to realize is, bro, that's what this platform is for. Okay, even when we have different opinions, because me and TJ sit up here and rip each other head off like Skip and Shannon. You know what I mean? So it don't matter whose opinion it is. If we want you on here, we want your real truth. You know what I'm saying? We ain't on here to fucking step on nobody. By the way, we not editing this shit. Yeah. Okay, we don't edit this. We run the show just how it is because we want real, genuine. Bro, I didn't say it all the time. Dumb shit. Bro, I can sit here and fall out the back of my chair right now. It's gonna be on YouTube Tuesday.
Listen. When I'm dead serious, when he was like, it just give you backstory about what we see because people don't see the behind the scenes of what we do when we talk about things. And when you're setting for show, which I've done, you know, you talk about things like what the conversation and what it was. And when he was like, "Do this," I was like, all right, because I think about things, and you asked me earlier, like, do you think about things? And I do. I'm a layered thinker, methodical thinker. Like, I don't say something unless I've thought about it 2 or 3 times over, or I know the consequences, the cause and effect. So like everything, like when you was like into the clip, I was like, shit, fuck it. All right, if y'all want it, y'all gonna get it. It's gonna be a snapshot. Like,
because see, I'm more of a hip shooter. Like. We both play, and TJ, I always give him credit. He's more of a planner than I have ever been, and probably will ever be. I'm probably 80% hip shooter. Yeah, and you're gonna get the clip. You know what I mean? Like,
me too.
We not censoring nobody. Only thing I ask, and I've never said this on camera, but the only thing I ask is that we do not use the N-word.
Yeah, you know, no, I haven't used it.
Nah.
Yeah, okay. I was say I don't use that word on other people's platform. I don't even try to use it on my. I've slipped up. I have slipped up and said it on my show.
Yeah.
I thought I'm trying to think like. I hope I didn't say it, but I know it's natural for me to say it.
No.
I made sure I didn't say it. Yeah, well, I respect that.
Even if you do slip up and say it, it ain't no big deal. You know what I'm saying?
But
yeah, I'm weird. I know TJ don't say it at all. I do. I was born in Atlanta. I say it all the time. I can say 3 sentences in a row and not even notice it.
Yeah.
But it's I make a conscious effort not to do that, but I also make a conscious
because it means so many things. It's like the Bernie Mac on Kings of Comedy when he was talking about motherfucker. It has a lot of meaning.
It does.
Yeah.
I've always made a conscious effort to not use the word
Yeah.
On social.
I was gonna say I do too. So I had to think like I know I ain't said. I hope I ain't said it.
No, you good. You good.
You good, bro. You good.
Even if you did, bro, it is
I just
what it
need
is.
somebody when y'all post this. I just wanted everybody tell me the time so people could see this clip of like me unloading. Cause
I'm adding that, bro. I'm adding that for sure. Don't even worry about that.
Listen, I can't thank you guys enough for allowing me to come on.
That's
for
fine,
one,
bro.
and I mean y'all are listen, man. This is a great thing that you guys are doing, and I need y'all to understand that I want y'all to keep going. Is as much of an impact as you think you may or may not have. It's the fact that you guys keep going because I want them to admire your drive and the consistencies that you guys have done with this. So I applaud everybody, both of you guys. I respect you both. You guys have done a great thing. I'm honored 1,000% to come on this show and talk to you guys about a game, a passion that I have, and I hope my love for the game was authentic as you thought it was going to be. Yeah. And I hope that you take it some things in what I said and you're going to run with it and you're going to put your own interpretation onto it. But I just want to take the time out to say, man, I appreciate you guys. You guys is what we need. You guys, when I say people should have a bigger following than what they have, you are what I envision when I say that, because you should. You should. Your foundation is what it's all about. People don't understand that building a brand and a show is hard to do, but if you don't have the foundation, you guys have foundation. You have love, you have respect, you have honor, you have history, you have camaraderie, you have friendship. These are things you can play off each other like the Skip and Shannon. That's foundation. You can't throw that together. So you make sure you still build upon that foundation. And I really do hope that you guys in a year from now, we're saying you're on a bigger scale than what you are, because I'm a fan and we need to be able to tell our peers, because I consider you peers in this. We need to be able to tell our peers, I'm a fan of you. Keep going, whatever you need. If you need me to post something, send it to me. It's not pulling teeth. It's just what we do if we were in a community. So
but we are, and that's why I wanted to, even though we all understand the notion of there not being a community really, but we have our own. I've always felt like we've had our own personal communities. I got my people that I relate to as far as the sneaker game and
hobbyist.
Nah, bro.
You gonna fuck around and have that fucking word come out and be
When I start,
sneaky word that we're gonna come back to this show and be like, this motherfucker did coin that shit.
When I start seeing people say hobbyist, I'm tagging TJ every single time I see that word on Instagram. I promise you, bro.
Yeah,
every time. Hashtag.
but the thing is, for like the way I look at it is, me and Q are always genuine. We always love getting genuine people on here, and like the reason why I wanted you on here, bro, is because basically it's out of love and admiration and respect and all that stuff. But also, you've got so much knowledge and information and a wealth of depth of information, because you've been here for quite a while. You've been here longer. You're probably the longest person I know that's been around in the sneaker game itself. So it was great to have you on the show. 100% great to have you on the show to break it down.
It's our honor, dog. This big this big for us. To me, is like having Jay-Z perform at your little club. You know what I mean? No, you can't tell me how to feel. You can feel however you want to feel, bro.
I appreciate
you can't tell me how to feel. You know what I mean?
That truly means a lot, from being, just a guy from Little Rock, from collecting shoes with 2 boys, married with a beautiful wife that's not supposed to be here. And I'm not afraid to say this, but deals with mental health issues and not being afraid to speak to speak my truth. That way I can empower people inside this culture to get mental health. I'm blessed to hear those words from you. I'm just a humble guy, coming from a humble beginnings and just trying to be transparent. Just me speaking about things. I do it not for clout. I do it because somebody needs to hear it. That's why I'm very upfront with my mental health and what I deal with and what I struggle and what I've went through. Because I need something else. I hope that somebody can hear it. And then so like, damn, he got it. Yeah, I got it. Y'all don't know I've been suffering for it for 5 years. So
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
100%, 100%.
Man. We appreciate
Yeah,
you.
we do really 100%. Like we look forward to getting you on again, bro.
yeah,
Like
man, just let me know.
also
Give me at least 2 weeks or a week and let me know. It's a perfect time. When this post, let me know and I'll post it. Anything y'all need from me, you got it.
No worries. And by the way, guys, if you're watching this, please do go follow Mr. Miller on Instagram and definitely go and check out his show if the shoe fits. When was it on every Wednesday or Thursday or
Wednesday
Tuesday?
night, 7 p.m.
Wednesday night,
Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Exactly. Go and check the bro out as well. 100%. Like, you're never gonna meet a truer guy than Mr. Miller, bro. Like that's all I'm saying. You if you drop him a message, if you DM him, he always gets back to you. It's always like really good to just have a conversation. And you never know, you might get influenced by some of the sneakers that you gets picked up. I'm guilty of it. But on that note, bro, to close the show, Q, close the show for us, bro.
Yo, this has been a great episode, man. Chopping up with Mr. Miller. Of course, my brother TJ, always appreciate you, man, for being here with me to do this. I want to say to everybody out there watching, hopefully y'all have a great day, a great month, a great year. And hopefully everybody can avoid all the bullshit from StockX because we don't deserve the bullshit from StockX, all right? So for me, TJ, and Big Miller in the building. We're going to get with y'all later, man.
Peace out, guys.
Podcast.